Welcome, everybody, to List Critics 2, Fury Road. I'm Armageddon Time, and with me, as always, is Nick VMX. Say hello.
Hello, hello, hello. List Critics 2. Does that make you Furiosa?
I hope so. I haven't seen the movie.
That's Charlize Theron.
Okay, I'll take it.
Well, she's like the main character in that movie.
I'll take Charlize Theron.
Yeah, I bet you would. I would too. Oh, take her.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. All right, so let's start as we normally do.
Yeah.
Oh, you cracking open a cold Zima.
Bet. Nothing but. Actually, this time it's Billy beer.
Speaking of like throwbacks to older episodes, I was just thinking. Remember that thing we were talking about, upside down music?
Yeah.
I forgot where it came from. It was from a list, and it was like, won't the music be upside down? And we were just marveling over the idea of upside down music and what that would sound. I think I figured it out.
Oh.
What upside down music is where you listen to something, but you get the exact opposite of what you were listening to.
Any examples?
Like if you're listening to NWA,
Yeah.
and you turn it upside down, so to speak, and you get Phil Collins.
Oh, I understand. That's weird.
Yeah.
Phil
now,
Collins.
Now, did you know that there's a rap and hip hop tribute to Phil Collins CD out there?
No.
It's called Urban Renewal. And now that would be inside out music, I think, because they turn everything inside out with that. Yeah.
Also,
or like if you're listening to like Frank Sinatra, you turn it upside down and you get like Opeth.
like if Opeth covered a Frank Sinatra song?
No, like you turn the thing upside down and it's like, and then you turn it back right to,
I like this concept. We should make it happen.
That's what I think upside down music would be.
It should be an app for your phone. You turn your phone upside down.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. You by genre, like you flip the phone over, it completely reverses it. Like you got polka going 1 minute.
This would be great. This would be great for like.
You turn it over and it's like fucking speed metal.
This would be great for like teenagers who are getting into their wild and crazy music, and then their parents come in. You're like, oh, just listening to Air Supply.
Air Supply. And then they flip Air Supply over after their mom leaves, and it's like dubstep.
Yeah.
It sounds like computers fucking to me.
That's
really
hot.
Does. I don't get this. Every time I do a List Critics episode, I open my text file, and there's all these lists that I know I've deleted.
And they're still there.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm closing it without saving it, because when I close it without saving it, it prompts you to save it. So I'm starting to think these terrible lists at the top here have gained sentience, and they refuse to be deleted. And here, I've saved. If they come back next time, I'm going to be really, really freaked out.
I'll be fucking surprised.
Yeah. Did you just do Mitch Hedberg?
Yes.
if you want to talk to me after the show, I'll be fucking surprised.
Yes.
Oh my god. All right, well, let's start with Tumblr Gets Deep. 21 instances of Tumblr getting deep in your mom.
Everybody get
or,
deep.
as I call it, Tumblr Gets High.
Nice.
Andre Leslie says, I am not full of hate. As if I were some passive container, I am a generator of hate, and my rage is a renewable resource like sunshine.
This guy's really thinking outside the box and inside another box.
They have obliterated the box thought capacity in all its forms.
They've denounced box theory.
Box theory is gone. Hazzy Osborne says, if you say my name 3 times in front of a mirror at midnight, I'll appear and probably pet your animals and tell you look really pretty and then take some stuff from your fridge and leave.
I'd probably let him do it just because he's a nice guy.
Okay.
Just saying.
Told that you look pretty?
Oh, it doesn't hurt every so often to get a nice compliment.
Or like, oh, look at you. You got your eyebrows did.
Yeah.
I'm full of callbacks today.
Yeah.
Hammett420 says, I say I don't know a lot, but trust me, I be knowing.
All right, I guess.
Sneaky bastard.
Clever girl.
Clever girl. Cheese Tits. That's the person's name. Cheese with a Z. Cheese Tits.
It's no sugar tits.
Says, yeah. The only real downside of being a virgin is that you can literally be used as a blood sacrifice at any given moment.
I never considered that.
But you could kill unicorns.
That's true.
If you needed to kill a unicorn, because they're very dangerous in folklore, you need a virgin to do that.
And you could live a little bit longer, too.
Yeah, because apparently, unicorns in... Like, I love how popular culture portrays unicorns as these, like, beautiful, elegant, pure creatures. But
they're bastards.
You read these stories, they're really... They're like berserkers.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just kill whatever's in front of them. Except for if they see a virgin, they will lay their head on the virgin's lap, and then you can, shove a sword up its ass or whatever.
Oh, what a way to go.
Olive oil orange juice, which doesn't sound pleasant.
Oh.
There you go. That's the person's name. They say, have you ever not liked something in a romantic way and everything is cool, and then have you ever not liked someone in a romantic way and everything is cool, and everything is cool and all? This would be easier to read if this person used any kind of punctuation at all. Like commas would be really helpful for this. Let me try again. Have you ever not liked someone in a romantic way and everything is cool and all, and then they do something small like touch your shoulder or say something funny and you just kind of freeze and think, oh no.
Oh, that was a very young me in high school.
Yeah, I think everybody goes through that at one point or another.
Like you think, they bothered to touch me. They took the time to touch my shoulder. It's obviously
that's when
love.
You take somebody out of the friend zone, kicking and screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Prostiturettes, that's a great name. They wrote, why can't I just plug myself into a charger?
You could, but it might hurt a little bit.
Depends on what appendage.
Mm-hmm.
I read this story. It was kind of like one of those feel-good stories that they circulate on Facebook. And,
yeah.
It was about a baby that had been born a little bit premature, and so he was in an incubator, right? And he was hooked up to one of those heart monitors that go in your finger.
Mm-hmm.
And he was wrapped up in a blanket, right? And the baby's older brother, who's, a little kid, sees the wire coming out from the blanket and says, how long does he have to charge before we could take him home?
Aww. And that la 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 music plays.
C.V. Rowleen writes, there are 5 types of fear. 1, terror. 2, panic. 3, 14 missed calls from mom. 4, username or password is incorrect. And 5, we need to talk. Those are 5 very distinctly different types of fear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think we need to talk can be boiled down to just worry.
Yeah, well, worry is a form of fear.
Yeah,
so there you go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Impactings writes, when I'm married someday, I want to be so in love that our kids are disgusted. I like that.
Yeah,
yeah, it's true, yeah. Like when you're a kid, you see your parents making out, and you're just like, oh, stop it, you guys.
Like, you're not my age.
I don't think I see that very often. My parents are more just smoking weed and chilling,
Sounds like my parents.
Yeah, well, I think our parents are pretty similar. They would probably get along.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I mentioned earlier before I started recording that tomorrow is my dad's birthday. You know what I made for him? I made, you're going to like this since you're Canadian, maple glazed pretzels.
I saw that.
Oh, yeah, I did post that on Twitter. I didn't post it on Facebook for obvious reasons because he would see it. But...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, this one's Ink Skinned writes, sometimes I'm like, why am I still here? But then I realize that I'm often the only person who is around to take bad-to-eat stuff out of my dog's mouth. And I think there's this sort of Western idea of if you're not CEO, you're nothing special. But my dog is still alive because of me, and I'm still alive because of other people. So maybe I'm just here to pet cats and wear sweaters and help people take the glass out of their mouth, you know? Maybe I won't be CEO, but maybe I'll be able to help somebody afford their trip home. And I think that's pretty okay, you know? And
Man, that's
fat-ass vegan replies with, I needed to hear this today, I think.
that's some first world acceptance and thought right there.
Well, you know, like some people are like, oh, first world problems. And it's like, you know what? If that's what you got, then that's pretty good.
No, there's no real problems there. It's just, first world thinking.
Yeah, exactly. That stupid TARDIS sound says, y'all keep saying that 2012 being the end of the world was a hoax, but has any year since then actually felt real? And
What?
my ass teal replies with it, post fucked me up.
I don't know. I think...
How could a year feel real or feel not real? Like, that's like, I don't know, maybe this guy just came from the dentist and he's wondering if this is real life.
Is this real life?
Foreshadowed Chaos says, is anyone really mild-mannered usually, but super violent-minded? Like, someone can bump into me and I'm just like, oh, it's okay. But in my head, I'm like, if you touch me one more time, I'm going to shove my foot so far up your ass that the dentist will be picking my toes from between your teeth.
Ugh.
It's gross.
I don't know. There's been the occasional time where I've wanted to pop off, and just scream at somebody, but then I'm like, it's okay.
Exercise self-control, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But on the inside, I'm like, oh!
You motherfucker. To the internet and beyond, right? Some of my music makes me want to cuddle for 7 hours, and some of my music makes me want to do hard drugs in a motel room while wearing lingerie.
He got the Upside Down Music app, you see.
I think that's a girl, but yeah.
Or
the lingerie part?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It could be a guy. Maybe there's music that makes guys want to wear lingerie.
Yes, exactly. Buffalo Bill?
Buffalo Bill. I was thinking more like Boy George, but okay. All right. This is a little thread here. Official White Girl says, first base, anal. Whoa! Before I even read the rest of it, whoa!
Wow.
Anal's not first base. That's like 15th base right there.
Oh, yes.
Holy
7th base
shit.
at least.
Yeah. First base, anal. Second base, going to a Lady Gaga concert together. Third base, successfully destroying America.
All right. He's thinking on another level here.
Bent Dick Cumberbitch writes, I hear that Congress made it to third base. Oh, snap.
Oh.
Name on the Spine writes, you insinuated that Congress has all gone to a Lady Gaga concert together, and that is my favorite part of your comment. Goat Activist writes, what about the fact that they've all done anal? And Nick K replies with, in a room full of being assholes, it shouldn't be that hard to do anal.
Ah, I see what he did there.
Hard.
Hard anal.
Spooky Hope writes, you know when you're eating a sandwich and you go to take a bite and like a huge chunk of your favorite part just slips out? Like say you're eating a BLT and you accidentally pull out a whole piece of bacon and you're like torn on this one hand? That bite is going to be the best bite ever. But on the other hand, the rest of your sandwich just lost a valuable team player 3 minutes into the game and no one's sure how they're going to be able to cover that loss.
Man, that's a little too deep, I think. I think he's crawling into the anal category of too deep.
It's very true, but it's not something that you really have to analyze.
No, it's just...
But it is true where you bite and and like, let's say it's bacon, the piece comes out and you're like, do I just pop it in my mouth or do I try to reassemble, There is that moment.
Mm-hmm. It's all of that, but in a single moment.
Yeah. Well, that's what Tumblr Gets Deep kind of does, is they take those single moments and they make them into paragraphs.
Yeah.
Striders Know Best says, if you ever feel bad about yourself, just remember that if you were a fictional character, people would probably love you for all your flaws and quirks and mannerisms that you probably hate. So just remember that, okay, I love you. And Reckless Princess replies with, why is this literally the most uplifting post I've seen in weeks? Thank you.
Literally?
Well,
like they were lifted up?
I mean, if you were a fictional character is the part that grabs me because it's like, well, fuck you, you're real. Everybody fucking hates you.
Yeah.
It's like people only love fictional characters. Well, I guess on Tumblr, yeah.
But if there was like a TV show based on you or a book based on you, and
they'd be like, he never learns,
Yeah, but you analyze him in real life, it's like, what a shithead.
Yeah. Well, no, see, I look at TV shows and I'll say that, what a shithead, but then I like that character anyway. Like Seinfeld, I'll be like, there are four horrible people
They're the worst
that
people in
you
the
would
world.
never want to be around. They are four assholes, but you just love to watch it because they're awesome.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Because you want to see them, you want to see what misadventures they get into next based on their quirks.
Yeah. This person's name is Boobin.
Boobs.
Boobs. And they write, a guy is drinking a can of Pepsi and he turns to his friend and says, dude, I'm so coked out right now. And the friend thinks, wait, he's drinking Pepsi, not Coke, so he probably did some Coke and that is bad. And then says, dude, don't do Coke, you're going to get too high. And the drinking guy says, actually, I pours Coke into this Pepsi can to make you think I did Coke and freak you out because you care about me so much. And the second guy says, damn, you got me, so I do care about you. And they hug and reminisce about the past and their friendships.
What an adventure I was just taking on.
There's a reply, but I just want to say, has anybody been higher than this guy right here? Well, Stability replies with, I can't believe you got me to take time out of my day to read this with my own two eyes.
Like that's an awful
And
long
I
way to
said
go
it
for
with
nothing.
my mouth. My only mouth.
You only got one.
Yeah. Space T says, lifts weight so I can carry bigger dogs. CrossFit Cupcake replies with, my kind of functional fitness, to be honest.
Yeah, that'd be adorable. You're holding like a full-grown Rottweiler or like a Great Dane.
Well, I love when you know, I remember when I got my first dog, which was a Rottweiler, and I remember the breeder that we bought her for said that don't carry him around, don't carry her around, because they're little puppies, you know? Because they'll grow up and they'll think they're lap dogs, and they'll want to be in your lap all the time. And now I'm thinking, well, that ain't so bad.
Yeah, that'd be so cute.
Yeah. Circumcisions says, why doesn't Ellen give away stuff like Oprah and call the Sergeant Ellen DeGeneres? Like, what the fuck? Oh, segment Ellen DeGeneres. Like, generous.
Because it's a pun and people are apparently not fans of puns.
I think people who watch Ellen are fans of puns, though.
I like puns.
Yeah. Do you like Ellen?
I could take her or leave her.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Poodle Punk says, both of my legs are asleep. Slap Dancing replies with, draw dicks on them.
That's the solution.
I like that. Fart Gallery says, I need to date a girl with the initials AG so we can cover SW plus AG on benches. You know, swag. Reading Around the Movies replies with, those are my mom's initials. And Fart Gallery replies with, say hello to your new dad. I see that your Tumblr blog contains some vulgar language. You're grounded.
I gotta commend these Tumblr people on creative usernames.
Yeah, that's the best part of this.
Or just silly, dumb usernames.
And what's the difference, really? And here's the final one. Idiopathic Smile says, if you want to avoid the world's aggressive gendering of your infant, consider skipping the pink dresses or blue coveralls in favor of dressing your baby solely in tiny Halloween costumes. Strangers on the sidewalk. Aw, is it a boy or a girl? You. It is clearly a dinosaur.
And tomorrow it will be a mummy, and the next day Iron Man, and the next day Wonder Woman.
I think the reason that people do that with the babies, like the pink dresses and the blue coverall, is because, honestly, when you're looking at an infant, you can't tell. So, to avoid that question all the time, you know? Because think about it. If you got your kid, you don't want people constantly asking you, is it a boy or a girl? You don't want people to refer to your child as it at all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's why people aggressively gender kids, just to give it a little perspective. Out of 21, I think this was better than some of the recent entries. I'm going to say 20. What do you say, Jesse?
I think we're going to be right there with you, 20. But I have this feeling that some lists coming up, we're gonna defer on them. I don't know. I get this feeling in my bones.
Okay. We'll go with that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, speaking of which, we do have another Tumblr thing. It's not Tumblr Gets Deep, but I mentioned it before recording. I was like, oh, that's not what I'm looking for. And Jesse's like, well, what is it? And he thought it sounded funny. It's they do this occasionally. It's like not once a week like Tumblr Gets Deep. It's like once every few months they do this. Because I think these are harder to find. It's 22 times Tumblr users reported back from the real world.
Well, that's why, because they're spending all their time on Tumblr.
Exactly.
They barely
I think
experience
these are more rare.
IRL.
These are more rare, and I've seen these. And basically, the premise is you get these hardcore computer people who just don't have much of a social life,
Or any.
and then they go out and then they report back on things that they see as abnormal.
And then they record list critics for 3 hours.
Exactly. Okay, so it's time for another thrilling and frightening visit to the real world through the eyes of Tumblr users. So, okay, this one doesn't have a username. It says, at my sister's high school graduation, one kid threw his cap in the air too early. My dad returns and says, oops, premature encapulation. I'm pretty sure he's still laughing at himself to this day.
I like that.
That is such a dad joke.
I like dad jokes.
You do like dad jokes. I actually have a recording that I never put up of just me telling Jesse dad jokes for like 2 hours. And him laughing ridiculously.
Damn.
I still have that somewhere. Or I might have deleted it. I don't know.
You should put it out.
If I
don't
have
listen
it,
to
I'll
whatever.
try it. Yeah. I have a lot of stuff I haven't put up. That's the thing.
Damn.
Yeah. Dragon Dick says, I went to smell my bra this morning to see if it was gross. And for some reason the instructions got fucked up on the way to my brain and I ended up putting it to my ear and just listening to it for a second. I don't know how my brain thought that would help. Like if I could hear the ocean, it's time to put on a clean bra.
Wouldn't that be weird if maybe your bra was big enough where it did sound like the ocean? Just...
You know what it is? It's something to do with size. Do you know why you hear the ocean when you hold a shell to your ear?
Why is that?
It's because it's actually... think of the... You know how some people can take these shells and play them like a musical instrument?
Yeah.
It's because it's actually amplifying the sound of the blood rushing through your veins in your ears.
Get out of town, really?
Yeah, you're not hearing the ocean, obviously. You're hearing blood rushing through your veins.
The sound of a blood ocean running. That's
like
awesome.
Well, like a blood river, right?
Metal as fuck.
Yeah, it is metal as fuck. Rivers of blood. Okay, Dick Pick says... without the K. So it's like Deek Pick. Deek. I just saw a guy using a flip phone. It's 2015. Phone Signal says, you just saw a drug dealer. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's one of those
a
burner
pimp,
phones.
Or a pimp. And What Wait Lol says, my sister uses a flip phone instead of a smartphone, so she pays more attention to the people around her instead of staring at a screen all day. People don't realize how much they actually use their smartphones instead of listening and talking to the people around you. And then Leha says, I hate to break it to you, but your sister is a fucking drug dealer. Wake up and smell the marijuana. That could be possible. And then she has this great story of, oh, I use this to connect with people, but she's really, like, selling crack.
Yeah, she's making drug connections.
Yeah. Connections to people who really want drugs.
Who is Cartel?
That's Carshel. Yeah. Nick Moore XVX says, well, I guess that's not really a Roman numeral. So Nick Moore XVX. Yesterday a guy came up to me at work and was like, how are you ever going to get a job with all those piercings? I'll say that again. A guy came up to me at work and asked, how are you ever going to get a job with all those piercings?
Maybe they think this is a starter job?
Yeah, right? That's a weird question.
Or maybe, I don't know. That's a weird thing to say.
No, I think this next person was trying a little too hard with their Tumblr name. It's Sex Haver.
Sex Haver.
Yeah.
I like that, though.
Sex Haver says, I knew a dude in college who kept an old Smirnoff bottle full of water on his desk and would casually chug straight out of it in the middle of conversations with new people in order to establish dominance. Brierly says, new plan. Liana Brooks says, I knew girls in high school who casually kept water bottles filled with Smirnoff at their desks and drank them during class in order to survive the American school system. And then Jared Den says, new plan. That'll do it. Smirnoff is not very pleasant, though.
I'm pretty cool with any vodka, pretty much. It's my favorite of the alcohols.
Really? I'm a rum person or whiskey, but...
Yeah, whiskey does not agree with my tum-tum.
Well, maybe you should try scotch, then.
I've tried scotch once, but I don't remember if I liked it.
Well, it does fuck you up. But it is smooth.
Smooth.
cowering? I don't know how to say this. So it's 2:17 a.m. and my window is open and I burp really loudly and I heard someone yell, "What the fuck?" Oh man, I want to have that situation.
I've had something similar happen, actually.
Oh, I do want to hear this.
Well, I was...
I'm gonna pour myself a glass of juice because I just realized I don't have something for when I get parched. So you tell me that story while I get myself some cranberry juice.
Well, I was with this girl.
Oh my.
Yes, and this was a couple years ago. And she and I were getting a little hot and heavy, and then things eventually led to sex.
Yeah.
And she was very, very vocal about it. Like,
Okay.
like,
yeah.
and luckily I could tell she wasn't faking it for certain reasons. And
yeah, juices are flowing. I got you.
yeah, very, very intensely. And I was, and in my head I'm like, oh my god, did I break her? And once everything calmed down, I'd forgotten that her window was left open, and she was in an apartment building, and we could hear this guy a couple of doors down. He was like listening out his window, and he's like, "Oh, it sounds like someone's having fun."
That's a big difference between like a good 10-15 minutes of really good sex and like one burp though.
Yeah.
I like the idea that you burp so loud that somebody goes, "What the fuck?"
That's a pretty good reaction.
It's a great reaction. Okay, I just wrote up on a unicorn and says, I did meet a fake geek girl once. We were all at school and started to casually drop in that she liked comics, games, geek stuff. At the time I was wearing an Iron Man shirt. Deeper into the conversation I found she didn't know what I meant when I was referring to anything about the characters. When I questioned her about it a few days later, she admitted that she really just said it to get to know me better. We ended up dating, and while we were dating, she got really into comics, DC especially, and found out that she really did enjoy the things that she first said she did. I took her to her first convention. She met another guy there and ended up breaking up with me for him. What a whore.
Oh, damn.
I went on to discover I was gay and fucked her brother. Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoreception!
Woo!
Moral of the story, comics lead to sex in the most unexpected ways.
Yeah.
Save the whales, like the country whales, replies, this story was a riot from start to finish. It really was. Some twists and turns
up and
there.
down, man.
Holy shit.
Can I get the movie rights? Damn.
I like that she leaves him for some other dude, and I'm thinking, wow, oh man, she did this dude totally wrong. And then he's like, yep, but I'm gay and I fucked her brother.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, I was working at this computer store, and this was years and years ago, dude. This was back in 2001, you know?
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And I remember my boss, we were dealing with this guy, and I guess he left like some kind of nasty voicemail or something.
Mm.
And everybody was kind of pissed about it, and the boss was just like, it's all right, I fucked his daughter once.
Oh, Jesus.
It was great. Okay. Deoxyhemoglobin writes, I was chatting with a donor. What are they donating? I'm freaked out by this, but let's see. I was chatting with a donor before I drew his blood. Okay, blood. And he was a dentist. When I actually drew him, there was just a little squirt of blood, and it surprised him. I looked him in the eye and told him, you're bleeding because you don't floss. And he went dead silent.
Oh, man.
Bacon Sloth says, had the opportunity and fucking seized it.
Yes.
Owned.
Because you
Okay, this one doesn't have names. This first person, this is all in caps. It says, today I was running and this minivan drove past me and some like 14-year-old boy yelled out the window something like, run, fat ass, and his mother turned the car around and made him run like 5 blocks with me while she drove next to us. I almost slipped from laughing so hard. Wow. The next person says, and that's the kind of education idiotic people need, seriously. And then another person says, go mom.
You got mom burned.
What kind of asshole would say something like that with his mom in the car?
Yeah, like she's right there.
He's just asking for it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another name that I like. It's Sexual Hour.
It's always sexual out.
Yeah. Oh, actually, they're replying to someone who doesn't have a name. It says, "So I went over to my boyfriend's house tonight, and we decided to go night swimming. Well, we were kissing and grinding and all that in the pool, and suddenly he just hugs me to him and says, 'I love you, and I'm glad you're mine.' And when he said that, I leaned towards his ear and said, 'Mine,' in the same voice as those seagulls from Finding Nemo. And then he did it back, and we were basically sat in the pool shouting 'mine' at each other for a solid minute."
Ugh.
And It's Sexual Hour says, "You found a keeper, now keep him."
Keeper to keeper.
I love how it was getting hot and heavy, and then they turn it into Finding Nemo, which is the opposite of that. They turn the music upside down.
They upside down music did.
Yeah. This one doesn't have a name. One semester I was on the bus heading to class, and I was like, fuck, class started 10 minutes ago. I'm going to be late again. And then I looked down and realized that my professor was in the seat in front of me editing his PowerPoints for the class that we were both supposed to be in. And he has a picture, too.
Oh, cool.
Of the professor there, so there you go. Okay, punk-ass Lewis writes, "I'm hiding naked in my closet because there are mattress delivery men in my bedroom and no one thought to tell me. So I was just doing my naked thing after my shower, and then I was very unceremoniously shoved into my closet, and I don't know how long I have to be in here. I don't have snacks or anything."
Oh my god.
Then they reply to themselves and say, "Update, I found a chocolate bar on my shelf, but also my phone battery is at 20%. I feel like Bear Grylls."
Okay.
And then Becca Macalupa says, "Don't you have clothes in your closet?" Well, see, I'm imagining it like it's not that kind of it's like that, just like where their coats are or something.
Or maybe they store stuff in it. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be a lot of different things.
They might keep their clothes folded in, a chest of drawers.
Yeah. Kristen Louise McDuffie says, "My dad had a Skype interview today, so he was sitting in the living room looking all professional in his suit and tie and everything while he's talking to the people who were interviewing him. And of course my cat decided that she needed to speak at that moment. So she just starts meowing left and right and talking crazy talk to the point where the interviewers just start laughing because she will just not shut up. So my dad just kind of sighs, looks at the camera and says, 'I'm so sorry, I have to ask my cat to leave.' And then he calmly looks over at Victoria. I guess that's the cat's name. Very calmly and professionally goes, 'Victoria, I'm afraid you're being too loud and I'm going to have to ask you to leave.' And she did. She fucking turned and walked out of the living room. That is amazing!
That is an obedient cat.
That is an amazing coincidence. Let's face it, if you ask a cat to do something and then they do it, that is purely coincidental.
Because otherwise they're just like...
Yeah. Okay, so Adol says, "Guys, help me. Something really fucking weird happened. I need an explanation that is not aliens. I was just sitting on my laptop chilling and whatnot with the TV on in the background when the TV sound cuts out, so I look up at the TV. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, so... Oh, that's scary, dude.
Oh, is everything okay?
I don't know, man. I don't know if this person is alive still.
What happened?
So, okay, all right. So they're taking the picture, right? And they're laying in bed with the laptop on their lap, and there's a little tiny TV, like a little tiny flat screen sitting on a drawer across the bedroom, right?
Okay.
And you could clearly see, like, the TV's all scrambled, right?
Yeah.
But you could see a picture of the laptop on the television.
Okay?
It's creepy, right?
That's weird, but all right.
And he says, "That's a picture of my laptop on my bed, taken right where I was sitting. What do I do?" And somebody else replies with, "You dead. You hella dead."
And no other response?
No, actually, one person says "you dead," and then another person says "you hella dead." And I assume this person has not been seen since. It's some fucking paranormal activity shit.
Oh, paranormal activity. You turn the lights on and off, you get the same effect.
Well, not... Okay, you know, like, you're sitting in bed and you're listening to the TV and playing on your computer, and then you fucking... The sound cuts out, so you look up at the TV and you see a picture, like your own viewpoint of the computer on the television.
as if the TV was
and
looking
it's
through
all
your
scrambled
eyes.
and creepy. Yeah, exactly. That's fucked up.
That's weird.
I can't think of an explanation to that. Yeah, that's fucked up. Okay, this next person is the worst username I've ever seen. It's Macklemore Brony.
Ooh, that's a bad combo.
That's two things that shouldn't even exist on their own, much less
That's
together.
that's like upside down music of chocolate and pretzels.
I'm about to start working as a grader, and one of the rules is to not give 69 on a test. So if you're Macklemore Brony, you shouldn't give 69, period.
Yeah.
My directions say to look at it again to see where I can give partial credit or take points away because 68 or 70 would be fine. This is incredible. You know, that's fucked up.
Yeah, like just if they deserve a 69%.
I mean, what? Because they're going to giggle at it that you can't give a 69? Really?
Yeah, like give a 69. No, give them 69 percentile, you know?
Yeah.
Be mature about it.
It's a funny number if you're 14.
Yeah, let them be immature. I mean, 69 is still pretty damn funny, but, you know.
This person made a Photoshop of a loaf of bread merged with a cat. The person's name is Zacharin. And they wrote, honestly, my favorite thing I've ever made in Photoshop is Cat Loaf. My graphic arts teacher hung it on the wall in the GA computer lab.
That would be so cute.
You want to see it? They did a really good job with it.
Okay.
As a Photoshop person, I can tell you that A+. Check it out. Cat Loaf.
Alrighty. Load her up.
Yeah. Load.
That's a Metallica album.
Yeah. While you're looking at that, ASV Proc says, some kid just told me that he thought Ebola was Spanish for grandma.
Oh, wow, that is good.
Yeah, I told you.
The cat loaf, I mean.
Ebola is Spanish for grandma. Okay, Thor Xndor writes, I was sitting on my friend's bed with her when she came out as gay, and I was looking through a Chinese food pamphlet. So I put it down, looked at her, and said I was going to suggest ordering food, but I see now that you'd prefer to eat out. And I don't think she's ever really forgiven me.
Forgiven? Oh.
Well, I guess, like, in a way, like, you could say that this person's, you know, coming out, I guess, is very emotional and frightening to people, and then this person just kind of made a pun, you know?
Yeah, it turned it into a joke.
Although, I think that, I don't know, I've never had to do anything like this because I'm not, you know, gay or anything, although I did have to come out as a sufferer of chronic pain on YouTube.
Oh, yeah,
but,
man.
I think that would make you like feel better, like, oh, okay, this is not that big of a deal.
Yeah, like
you know,
that would alleviate some stress.
Yeah, well,
like,
yeah.
Like,
maybe
okay.
They didn't forgive her for the horrible pun.
I don't know. I thought it was a pretty half decent pun.
Achieving More says the most quality response you could give someone. Well, you know what? That reminds me of something you said actually.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, like, I just like would randomly throw like weird insults at you to see how you react, and I just once said you're a Chinese lesbian. And you said, well, that's why after I eat out, I'm hungry after 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And you came up with that, like, so quick, too. It was pretty good.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Carrie's first period. Plug it up! Plug it up! Carrie's first period says, my mom just looked at a spider at our kitchen and yelled, why do you have to be like that? You don't need that many eyes or legs. You need to stop.
You know, I concur with this person.
You wouldn't be talking to a spider like that. You'd be running in the other
No, I'd be like, I'm grabbing the spider!
Okay.
But if I found the rationale to calm myself and talk to a damn spider...
That's kind of what you would say?
Stop it!
Yeah.
Stop it!
Stop! What are you even doing?
That's too many.
Too many of what? Too many of everything!
Yeah.
Okay, this is a very strange one. Internet Explorer says, how to do the sex. Hold hands. That's it. That is the sex. Enjoy. Okay, there's replies, but I just want to let everybody out. I know I have some younger viewers and whatnot. That is not how you do the sex.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to give you the details, but...
Just Google it.
Yeah, just Google it. Lapra says, when I was in 6th grade, this girl spread rumors about herself that she was pregnant with triplets and even pretended to have contractions in class. Oh. But when we asked her how she got pregnant, she said she held hands with her boyfriend and his sweat got through her pores and impregnated her.
Oh my God.
And Troy Isivian says is that not how it works?
Yeah, I mean, have they had the kids yet? Has she had
Did
the
we
kids
find like the kids section of Tumblr here?
yet? Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay, oh, this is a long one. Okay, it's a big story. Hecka Cute says, I went to high school with a kid who would only drink out of a baby bottle. He brought a large baby bottle to school every day. At first we thought he was using it to sneak alcohol or something, but he wasn't. He would bring it filled with chocolate milk, and then fill it up with Coca-Cola and Sprite during lunch. He'd buy a can of each and mix them together. Like I said, it was a large bottle. I didn't know the kid that well, and I didn't have any classes with him, so I never really talked to him that much. I knew his name. His name was Kevin. Sometimes I'd see him at parties on the weekends. He still had his baby bottle. He would fill it with beer and rum. He dated my sister's friend Emily for a little while. I had known Emily for a long time. She had been a friend of my sister's since they were 5 or 6. They were really good friends. She spent a lot of time at our house for sleepovers and stuff. Sometimes she would pee the bed, but I never made fun of her for it. This is going into a lot of detail.
Yeah.
I think most older brothers would have loved the opportunity to make fun of their sister's friend for peeing the bed, and I think she really appreciated that I never mentioned it, even though I definitely knew about it, because after the 6th or 7th time, my parents started paying me to clean everything up instead of having to do it themselves. I asked Emily why Kevin only ever drank out of a baby bottle, and she said that she didn't know. They had only been dating for a very short time at that point, and she didn't want to bring it up and offend him or anything. I asked her to tell me if she ever found out. They broke up right after that, and I kind of forgot about it because Kevin stopped going to school. I don't know if he transferred or dropped out. I never saw him at lunch or any parties after that. I hadn't thought about it in a long time, but Emily happened to mention him while she was over at her house recently, and I immediately remembered the baby bottle thing. Did you ever find out why he drank out of that bottle, I asked. Oh yeah, he told me why, Emily said. He used it because he heard that babies drink out of bottles for too long or drink sweet drinks out of them, get really bad teeth problems. He wanted all his teeth to go bad so that they would fall out and he would be able to fit a softball in his mouth. He said that he wanted to have the world record for being the first person to be able to put a whole softball in his mouth, and he wouldn't be able to do that with all those teeth in the way.
That's it?
I just face palmed.
I thought you mic dropped.
Well, that was me. Yeah.
Good Lord. Idiocy.
That is I could tell why they broke up, huh?
Yeah, well, how did they start dating? Like, what's your little catch? Oh, I've been sucking on a baby bottle since I was born.
Yeah.
You seem all right. Let's date.
So, there's one reply. Plug-in Dick says, what the fuck did I just read?
Yeah.
I think everybody agrees with that. Okay, this last one is also another longer one. I hope it's slightly more intelligent than that last one. Kubaxian says, man, okay, when I got my wisdom teeth out, it was a fucking experience. Before the surgery, it wasn't too interesting, but as soon as I woke up, I saw the nurse next to me. I was all like, hey, I think I died, and now I'm in a parallel universe, and I gotta go back to my house and kill the me from this universe. And he was just kind of like, all right, you do that. They're probably used to hearing that. And then the other nurse kept going in and out of the room to get things, and I thought there was like 5 of her that kept coming out of the room. And then so when she was wheeling me out in a wheelchair, I was like, damn, why are there so many of you? There are like 5 many of you. And she was just kind of like, all right, you do that. And I guess they're just used to ramblings from coming out of anesthesia, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I got to the car, and my dad was there, and he was like, how you feeling, son, in the dadliest way possible. And I was like, man, I am pumped. Let's get some juice. I'm starved. So we drove about 3 blocks to a Jamba Juice, whereupon I say, I'm good, I can do this. And I run, drunk, stumble 30 feet to the door. I burst in the door like a Viking returning from some fucking battle and holler, what's up? I'm sorry. I try to keep professional during this, but holy crap. This is an amazing story. I can't even say this with a straight face. I burst in the door like a Viking returning from some fucking battle and holler, what's up, fucks, to everyone in the store. I told you it was funny. Can you imagine you're in a Jamba Juice and this guy just bursts out, what's up, fucks? To everyone
I'd be
in the
like,
store.
does he have a gun?
Yeah. Which was thankfully just the 2 people behind the counter who looked probably as scared or confused as a Jamba Juice employee could look. So anyway, I don't know that I can get through this. So anyway, this is so much better than the last one.
Yeah.
So anyway, my dad explained the situation. I looked up at the Jamba Juice menu and was utterly fucking lost in it. Like, I swear I was looking at this menu board for a year, deciphering this Rosetta Stone of fruits. I distinctly remember that I was looking at each item in a smoothie, thinking of how it tasted, and then moving on to the next thing and thinking of how that tasted and how they would taste together. Since most smoothies have 3 or 4 items, this took some thinking. So my dad sees me in this extreme brain blast state of mind and says, "Hey, you gonna order or what?" Keep in mind, I'm on the first fucking smoothie of the list here. So I just say, "Shush, man, I'm trying to do fruit science." And then when I realized that this process could take literal years, I just said, "Yeah, give me a smooth regular," for which the uninitiated isn't actually a real thing on any menu. Oh, also I asked them if the boosted smoothies would give me superpowers, and then pointed my fingers at them and made lightning noises. So my dad just orders me the first thing on the menu, and I go sit down and stare out the window or some shit. And my thoroughly amused dad just looks at me and says, "How you feeling?" Now this time I was feeling a lot of things, but most noticeable to me was the gauze in my mouth. So I just look at him and say, "There's these fucking tiny sheep in my head." Which at the time was my best way I had to convey this feeling. Anyway, about that time, the Jamba Juice guy brings us our drinks, and he gives me a small thing of Mario Kart stickers, and I swear I almost cried from the tsunami of emotion that gift made me feel. I still have them.
Nice.
Anyway, the rest of the story is we drove home and I explained the programming project I was working on to my dad in perfect detail somehow, and then came home and went on Facebook and posted a comment on my friend's status because I couldn't find the status update bar that read, "I just took a lort of painkillers and yelled at everyone in a Jumbo Juice." This is real life.
Oh, that is fantastic.
All right. This was out of 22. I got to give it a full 22 just for that last one being so fucking fun to read.
Like, that's a scene you could see in, like, a comedy, you know?
Absolutely.
Somebody accidentally takes too many painkillers or whatever, and he's like, "What's
they
up,
just burst in
fucks?"
there. "What's up, fucks?"
I'm doing fruit science.
Okay, 50. What are you going to give it?
22, man.
Okay. 50 Twitter jokes everyone should read. Dacket da Plusk says, "Next time you order a coffee at Starbucks, tell them your name is Bueller and then leave the store."
Bueller.
That joke's so overplayed. Denise at Stellacopter says, "If I had a time machine, I'd go back and give Cameron some crackers and beer so that I don't ever have to hear about the paleo diet again."
What?
Oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Cavemen.
Oh, like, who's
I'd give
Cameron?
cavemen some crackers and beer so I would never have to hear about the paleo diet again.
The hell's the paleo diet?
You don't eat any kind of wheat.
Oh.
It's you know what it is? It's fucking low carb. That's all it is. But they decided that our ancestors, like in the Paleolithic era, did not eat carbs, so that we should not eat carbs. They forgot to mention that our ancestors usually died before they were 30, but
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know.
you never got to see the long-term health benefits of the paleo diet because they usually got eaten by like a fucking like bear or something.
How about the Cenozoic diet, huh?
Okay, Dave Ross at Dave to the Ross writes, "Except for Jurassic Park, Jurassic Park 2, and Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic World is my favorite movie about divorce."
Oh, okay.
Went in a strange place. Okay. Don Nichols at the Dairyland Don says, "Why hunt for vampires when you can just open a tuxedo shop and have them come to you? Work smarter, not harder."
They do dress very well.
Well, that reminds me of a joke that I saw in one of these things once. It was like, if you're a vampire, do you automatically become a snappy dresser, or do you have to, like, learn?
Yeah, like maybe when you start out, you're a newbie vampire, you're like a slob, and then you're like, well, I can't get into any of the good vampire
was on
clubs.
List Critics, and part of the joke was like, is there just this awkward Abercrombie, Aeropostale moment? Tanya was like, "Hey, I like Aeropostale."
Okay, what's Aeropostale?
It's a brand of clothing. Moody Monday at MDob11 says, "Don't worry, you're not dying alone. Your exes are all there watching it happen on social media."
Ooh, that makes you feel bad.
Mary Kobayashi at Mary Coco says, "Hey, I see you just created a joint Facebook account with your spouse. Everything okay?" Ugh. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Dan Glazer and you're an analog buddy says, "Are you there, God? It's me, Bulldog who skateboards."
Bulldog who skateboards?
Yeah. You never seen that video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah. Ari Scott at Ari Scott says, "I spent 30 years thinking about how Molly Ringwald's sushi lunch in the Breakfast Club was sitting in a warm library for 4 hours."
That's a long time to think about that.
That is a very long time to think about anything.
Yeah.
Siobhan Thompson at Vorney Tom says, "The fact that Donald Trump's catchphrase is 'you're fired' and not 'you got Trump' disqualifies him from the presidency in my eyes."
I like you got trumped.
You know what disqualifies him for the presidency in my eyes? The fact that every fucking time there's a presidential election, he announces that he's running and then he drops out before, like, you know, any primary elections happen because he's just promoting his fucking show.
Yeah, he's just giving himself.
Yeah, nobody
hype.
believes that he actually wants to be president.
And people buy it, metaphorically and literally.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it for a second.
I don't buy this.
Tim
guy.
Donakowski says cats spend 2/3 of their lives sleeping and the other third making viral videos.
They do make a lot of viral videos.
You see, the thing about that is that, like, he's saying something that's true. It's not necessarily funny, though.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah at the Tiger says, "All of my tattoos are different from each other, but part of an overall cohesive theme I like to call I make bad decisions."
Hmm.
Ooh.
So far, this is a list of, like, that old Arsenio bit. Things that make you go,
Yeah. Mark at the Cat Whisperer says, "Hey, Lean Cuisine, don't tell me how to cook something at 50% power then stir it. I'm not a master chef."
Okay.
You know, as someone who spent like fucking 6 hours cooking yesterday, I think that's bullshit.
Damn, 6 hours cooking.
I had to make those pretzels, and then I made the stuffed peppers that you probably saw on Twitter. So
I did, and they would look delicious.
I ate them, and then I have leftovers for tonight.
I made Alfredo for the first time ever today.
Oh, like from scratch?
Yeah,
Oh,
I made a roux.
look at you. You made a roux, butter and fucking flour. Look at you. You're moving on up in the world.
2 ingredients.
No
to
more
start.
Chef Boyardee for you.
Hell yeah.
Kristen at Kristen Drum says, "The cashier at PetSmart just told me I smell really good, which would be a compliment if my competition wasn't a bunch of dogs and gerbils."
All right. That's good.
You know, if you're working at a PetSmart, anything is going to smell good, you know what I mean?
Yeah, at that point.
Shut Up Mike at Shut Up Mike Jin says, "My favorite animals at the zoo are just the random birds walking around like they belong. Go home, pigeon. This is a fancy bird town."
Fancy bird.
Fancy bird. Man, finally, Megan Amron says, "I can't afford a therapist, so I bought a mood ring."
So something can tell me how I feel.
By the way, you know what made mood rings change color?
Heat?
Yeah,
Eh.
body heat. That's all it was. It was body heat. So there you go. Out of 15, I'm going to say 10. What do you say, Jesse?
A lot of them made me go, so I'm going to think 8, actually.
Hey, okay.
Just
All right,
virgin.
now, I talked about this one very briefly before we started. The list of stupid criminals.
Yes. There was a show, like World's Stupidest Criminals, that used to be on
Yeah, they
sometime.
used to, specials on Fox, they would do that.
Yeah.
This is 21 of the stupidest criminals of all time.
So stupid.
So dumb. Okay, this first one is just simply a headline. Big Mouth Billy Bass scares off would-be burglar.
Wait, is that bass that sings?
Yeah, like when it has a motion sensor on it, so when you walk by, it turns to you and starts singing. So imagine this guy skulking around, like, burglarizing this place. Maybe no one's even home, but the fish, like, starts singing or talking or whatever, and it scares him off.
Because it, like, senses movement. Ah!
That's crazy.
That's fun. It's like a
Okay.
built-in security.
Oh, this is just too good. This is a part of a newspaper clipping. Police checked the area and then found an open door in the back of the building. An officer went inside and called out Marco. The man's name was not Marco, Detective Tim Dorr said. Instead, the officer was trying to inject some humor into the situation. Police found the suspect after he responded Polo.
Really? Come on. Come on.
I guess it's like that. You know what that reminds? It's that scene in Roger Rabbit
Shaving a
where-
haircut.
Yeah, he's like in the wall, and then he's going, "Don't shave and a haircut," and Eddie Valiant is just like, this guy's a fucking kook. This would never work. And he looks at Roger, and he's just like losing it.
He's steaming.
Yeah, he's gotta reply. And I remember as a kid, I laughed so hard when he burst, 2 bits!
No!
Oh, this is a whole article. Let's see. Florida man tries to pawn stolen jewelry at store managed by woman whose home he just robbed.
Oh, dude.
To be fair, how could he have known?
Yeah, but of the odds, man.
Some criminals are dumb, others just have incredibly bad luck. 33-year-old Nathaniel Coleman of Immokalee, Florida is the latter. He pulled off what seemed like a successful home robbery and made off with thousands of dollars worth of jewelry, but then made the cosmically doomed accident of trying to pawn off the stolen goods at a store managed by the woman who owned the home he just robbed. I mean, how could he have known, though?
Yeah, but still, that sucks.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like, I don't know, maybe next time do your research. Find out who lives there, you know?
I don't think people looking to snatch some jewels and pawn them are really into doing research.
Smash and grab.
So this one's an animated GIF. I'm looking at this guy. He walks by this window, and it's like a security cam from inside the... He throws a rock at the window, and then he... Why did he do that? Okay,
What?
so imagine this big, fat motherfucker. He looks like he's wearing clown pants.
Nice.
He throws a rock at the window to try and break it, I guess, to get in there. The glass door, you know?
Yeah.
But it just cracks.
Oh.
And the rock bounces off and kind of hits him in the foot. And then he tries to run away, and he trips over one of those, like, parking things.
Oh, jeez.
So he falls flat on his face.
What a sad picture that
It
paints.
really is. Yeah. Okay. Man fails to steal cop car despite being in the front seat with the keys, police say.
How did that happen?
I gotta read this. Police officers in Amherst, Ohio, that's how it happened.
Okay.
On Tuesday, arrested a Lorain man when they tried to steal an Amherst police car. The incident happened outside the police station just before 7 p.m. when an officer was leaving to check on a car crash. According to the news release from the Amherst Police Department, the officer noticed the man sitting in the driver's seat of police car 107 with the doors locked. Officers tried to unlock the cruiser's doors but were unable to remove the man from the car. Police said the man, 38-year-old Peter Thedo of Lorain, used the computer inside the cruiser and the police radio to ask dispatch how to put the car in gear. Thedo told the officers he wanted to take the car out on patrol to protect the people of Amherst, the news release said. That guy might have mental problems.
Yeah. Is this the first time he's ever been in a car?
Well, you know what it is I guess in car cars that you have all these things like computers and switches and shit. It might have confused the hell out of him. And honestly, this guy sounds like he's a mental case, though.
And he's
Want
got
to take it out on patrol. I mean, come on.
yeah, there's a couple screws loose.
Yeah. Robber hands gun to cashier by mistake during robbery.
I'd like to know how that turns out.
Yeah. A robber accidentally gave his gun to cashier while meaning to hand over his swag bag. The thief raided the Halifax Bank and Cheapside in the city of London and demanded £700,000 in cash from the bank worker. But after making his demands, the crook, who was wearing shades and a flat cap, handed over his gun to the cashier instead of a bag. The male cashier froze as the crook realized his mistake and made a grab for his gun before running off as the security shutters came down.
It makes me kind of think of like a Looney Tunes sketch where they're like switching things back and forth.
Yeah.
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 Like Wabbit season, duck season.
I love that particular cartoon because after a while Bugs actually starts to feel bad for him.
I think he says those words. Like, I'm starting to feel bad for the guy.
Yeah. Teen talked out of robbing sex shop after being offered a job, then arrested after he put his real name on the application.
Go!
A teenage boy was arrested after he tried to rob a sex shop and ended up filling out a job application. And police tracked him down because he gave the clerk his real name. Cody Connor, 17, walked into Cupid's Corner in DeBary, Florida Wednesday afternoon, pulled out a gun and demanded money, according to the police. Instead, the clerk, Cheryl Hunter, 32, talked to the teen about why he decided to stick up the store. When he told her he needed money to help his grandparents pay their bills, she slyly offered to get him a job at the store, the Orlando Sentinel reported. For a tense moment, the teen considered, then pocketed his pistol. They just sat together as he filled out the job application for the sex shop, which specializes in skimpy lingerie.
Oh, now the grandparents are really going to have some troubles.
It
Bigger
sounded
picture.
like it sounds like they've already had some troubles
Yeah.
with this kid. He's not too bright. Another animated GIF. Oh, this is great. You know how like some banks have that like where you open the door to get to like the ATM?
Yeah, like a little booth.
Oh, this isn't even that. I guess he walks up to the teller and he says something. The security thing comes down and then he's locked in.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like they hit a button and everything kind of
Yeah.
comes down.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
And then the door is locked and he's trapped there.
All kinds of lights going off, I hope.
I don't see lights going off. It just seems like the shutters come down, the door locks, and he's stuck until the police come.
What they should do is when the shutters come down, it should say, "You're caught."
Dumbass. Dumbass. Dumbass.
Yeah.
Man says he failed sobriety test because he was kissing on a drunk chick.
And it transferred. Oh, that's good.
A 19-year-old Lebanon man who tried to blame a girl for his breath test turning up positive for alcohol was arrested for driving while intoxicated. Wow. That's amazing.
People have come up with worse things.
Thief butt dialed 911.
Oh, no.
And they used his GPS to find him.
That sucks.
Yeah. Smuggler license plate lead cops to cocaine smuggler.
Go figure.
Criminals just keep getting brighter and brighter, or not. Recently released court documents reveal the amusing details of a December drug smuggling arrest in Blaine, Washington. The smuggler, Jasmine Clare, was reportedly caught riding in an SUV marked with license plates that smelled out smuggler. Even better, officers spotted the vehicle as it pulled into the parking lot at the smuggler's Inn Bed and Breakfast.
Oh.
She was carrying 9 bricks of cocaine.
Oh, shit.
Just out in the open, huh? Turns out Jasmine Clare was just a drug mule sent across the Canadian border. 2 men approached her offering $4,000 to carry the cocaine into Washington, explains the Huffington Post. Once Clare agreed, they dropped her off at a local Pizza Hut and then told her to call Smugglers Inn for a ride. She did, and the owner went to pick her up. Unfortunately for Clare, he also happened to be the proud owner of the smuggler license plates. Officers believe the owner didn't know about Clare's drugs, according to HuffPo. However, he admits that these types of incidents are par for the course. The Smuggler's Inn sees about 60 arrests a year and is located only 30 feet from the Canadian border.
Oh, wow.
It's great how you're 30 feet from the border and you name it Smuggler's Inn. That's
Yeah, Smugglers Inn. Oh, this is the perfect place for me.
Oh, it's animated GIF. This guy rushes into a what do you call it? Convenience store with his gun. Yeah, I know. What the hell's wrong with me today? Tries to point it at the guy, but like fucking drops it on the counter. He like fumbles it, and the guy picks it up and points it at, and the guy runs out of there.
Like, aha! Now I'm robbing you.
Yeah. now you got to give me everything you got, motherfucker. Okay. This next one I can't possibly do justice. I'm gonna just send it to you, and you describe it.
Okay, I'll try my best.
There you go.
I can't promise anything.
I mean, the headline here is accused of threatening to kill the president. And there's this picture of a woman. I want you to describe the expression on her face.
Well, it's kind of a mix of surprise and, oh, I fucked up.
It looks like she's making a goofy face.
She's so bright-eyed, and her eyebrows are like above her 6 head.
Yeah, I think those are drawn on.
They must be, because... Wow,
but that's like she's like making this face like out of a sitcom, you know?
Like a wah-wah-wah-wah-wah kind of look.
Okay, I've actually heard this one. This is great. This guy, I'm not going to read the whole thing because I know the story. The guy, this is in West Virginia where the average IQ is a lot lower. He called the police to report his missing marijuana.
I think I've heard this before.
So there you go.
Come on, like, aren't you gonna like first talk to your friends or your dealer, perhaps? Well, the police, they find missing stuff, so you know.
Now here's from a police blotter. Caller reported that he was tired of his house smelling like weed when he didn't even get to smoke any.
Wait, so if there's none in there, there's no crime, right?
There probably was, like roommates or something.
Yeah. So he's busting somebody else.
Yeah, sounds like it. Man attempted to rob Utica Bank with toilet plunger. Stay back. This is really gross. You don't know where it's been.
Yeah. Ew, there's some poo on it.
A Utica man armed with a toilet plunger attempted to rob a Utica bank Thursday, city police said. Police at about 1:30 p.m. responded to Key Bank on Genesee Street in an unmarked car after two other banks previously called authorities about the suspicious man entering these facilities. When the suspect approached the unmarked police car, he recognized they were police, reached for his waistband, and then ran, police said. The officers chased him around the Bank of America ATM but briefly lost sight of him. He was found shortly after and taken into custody. Arrested was Lawrence Deptola, 49, of Cottage Place, who was charged with attempted third-degree robbery. The plunger was recovered.
The plunger was returned to its rightful home.
I would imagine they put it right back next to the toilet, and it's doing its job to this day.
Unlike the robber.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. Oh, wow. This guy walks into the store with his gun and his ski mask. He's holding the ski mask. And it takes him like 7 tries to put the damn thing on.
So everybody's already gotten a clear look at his face.
Yeah, he's like trying to pull it over its head and it keeps slipping off. It's like a Benny Hill sketch. Eventually he just walks out. That's great.
Let me try this again, guys.
Man eats underwear to beat breathalyzer.
Oh.
Who the fuck gave him that idea?
He swallowed it and everything?
Well, let's see. An 18-year-old Stettler man tried to eat his underwear in hopes that the cotton fabric would absorb alcohol before he took a breathalyzer test, Provincial Court Board heard this week. David Zerfla, that's his name, Zerfla, was subsequently acquitted of charge of impaired driving because he blew .08, the legal limit.
Hey.
But the testimony, yeah, right? But the testimony broke up people in the Judge David McNaughton's provincial court here Thursday afternoon. Mr. Zerfla was collared by this is in Canada, Royal Canadian Mounted Police Constable Bill Robinson after he ran from his vehicle, which had been seen weaving down the highway. While sitting in the back of the patrol car, Mr. Zerfla tried to eat his shorts, Constable Robinson told the court.
Pulled a Bart Simpson.
Yeah. Mr. Zerfla said he ripped the crotch out of his shorts, stuffed the fabric in his mouth, and then spit it out. A class of law students from William E. Hay Composite High in court as observers was removed by the teacher when testimony enlivened the proceedings. The grade 11 and 12 students had difficulty maintaining composure. People were leaving the courtroom with tears in their eyes, trying not to laugh. Wow.
Oh, so this guy might have got off, but at quite a humiliating price.
His pictures in the newspaper and everything.
Gonna call him...
I love that he spit it out like, ugh, crotch.
My own crotch.
Yeah, exactly. In the news, Nathan Wayne Pugh, 49, a bank robber who abided by a Dallas teller's request to provide 2 forms of identification before she gave him money, has been sentenced to more than 8 years in prison.
All right, before you rob me, can I see some identification?
Yeah, can I just get 2 forms of ID, please?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's great.
Your SIN card will work just fine.
Yeah. Man shares post seeking his arrest on Facebook, is arrested within the hour. You know, like some police departments have Facebook, and they'll pull out wanted posters, basically, and he shared it. What a dick basket.
A moron.
So let's see, here's another animated GIF. This guy, he okay, he's trying to run to his getaway car, and this is just a comedy of errors, man. He trips and falls, and all the merchandise that he's trying to steal falls all over the place, and he kind of gives it up to try and get in the getaway car, which is ready to drive away. The best part is his pants even fall down.
Oh, this is like a cartoon comedy sketch.
Yeah, his pants fell down. You see his fucking ass and everything.
Aw.
Oh, I feel bad for the guy, actually.
Oh,
What an asshole. Well, you know what it is he had the baggy pants. He was riding low.
okay.
And the okay, so there you go. That's a stupid 21 stupid criminals. What do you think, Jesse?
I think they were all very well. Okay, some of
I'm
them.
gonna say 20 because there was one guy who I think. How could he have known that the pawn shop was run by the same place?
That was just an
You know. Yeah.
unfortunate circumstance. I think
So,
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 19.
19. Okay.
I think there was another one where I was like, it's not really his fault.
I have a very amusing one here, Jesse.
Hmm.
This is 16 of Gordon Ramsay's greatest angry one-liners of all time.
Oh,
It's
sweet.
been compiled. I'm a fan of his. You know what's great is I'm a fan of his attitude, but I'm also a fan of his cooking. So,
He is an extremely good cook.
oh, I mean, I've copied some of his recipes, and they come out magnificent.
Of course.
So, I gotta say,
He would probably say something like, well, obviously.
no, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't. He's not like that.
Nah.
Okay, so here's the first one. This is a really tough decision because you're both crap.
I can just hear all of these on Hell's Kitchen.
Well, that one was from Hell's Kitchen. I think most of these are going to be from Hell's Kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
The second one definitely is. I remember this from the first season. The customer's like asking for more pumpkin for his risotto, and he's being really obnoxious about. I just want more pumpkin. Right, I'll get you more pumpkin. I'll ram it right up your fucking ass. Would you like it whole or diced?
Damn.
Diced, please.
Dice.
He didn't say that. The guy just walked away at that point.
Yeah.
Here's one from Kitchen Nightmares. My gran could do better, and she's dead.
I think I remember him saying that, actually.
Oh, boy.
Uh,
Here's one from Hell's Kitchen. Like a bison's penis. What is this shit?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember it either, but it's great.
Like a bison's penis.
It's like a bison's penis.
What is like a bison's penis?
Oh, I love this one. He puts 2 slices of bread on either side of this girl's face and goes, "What are you?" And she says, "I'm an idiot sandwich." I love it. Hey, Panini Head, are you listening to me?
Panini Head.
Panini Head. So, that he's been put in a panini press. That's not a good place to be for your head, right?
No.
Look at all those profiteroles over there. That's how big your bullock should be.
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn. That's not really an angry one-liner. That's more of a cheeky joke there.
Yeah.
Okay. This is from many episodes of Hell's Kitchen. Here you go. You. Fuck off.
Yeah. Or get out.
Shut it down.
Yes.
This one where he just spits out the food and just goes, fucking hell.
Oh, yeah. It's so
Kitchen
insulting.
Nightmares, he just puts it in his mouth, takes it right out, and goes, fucking hell.
Or sometimes he'll even just go,
Okay, from the most famous episode of Hell's Kitchen, American version ever, the Amy's Baking Company. I'm sure you've seen it.
Yes, I have.
I think we watched it together at one point.
Yeah.
Where she goes, that fish sandwich is our bestseller. My customers say it tastes like, and he cuts through and goes, horsecock.
Yes.
Well, if your customers say that, Amy.
Hmm.
It's one where he's crawling out of a restaurant going, get me out of this fucking place.
So that's what horsecock tastes like.
Yeah, right? I wish you'd jump in the oven. That would make my life a lot easier.
Good lord.
Unfucking believable.
That's said
Says that
many
like
times.
10 times a minute in Hell's Kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking donkey!
Yeah. You cow.
He's let that one go after. He used to say that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just calling people fat cow.
The freshest thing in his kitchen is that pigeon flying around, and he's lucky he's still alive.
Oh, man. He's so considerate of people's
And
feelings.
this last one's from MasterChef. I remember this. It was from kind of a recent one. Congratulations. And it goes, thank you. on the worst dish in this competition so far.
Oh.
And then she was just like dead face. Like,
Oh.
really?
Way to play with her emotions.
Yeah, he does that, man. I haven't seen the latest season that they just started. I guess Joe is no longer in it.
No?
Yeah, they got this woman instead. Apparently, because of MasterChef, Joe's business like blew up, and he's got to like pay attention to it now.
You can actually go there and...
Yeah, he's actually got to run his restaurants.
Yeah.
All right. So out of 16,
16?
I mean, these were good, but like a couple. I mean, I would have preferred more of the creative ones and not the generic ones like Unfucking Believable and You
Get
Donkey.
it. You donkey!
I mean, he has some really creative insults. So I'm disappointed, even though I did have fun. I would say 8 out of 16. What do you say, Jesse?
Oh, I'm a little more concerned. I was thinking 12.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
All right. Let's see what we got here, Van. I'm going into my email and my text file and all that.
But while we're still thinking of the Chef Ramsay thing, have you seen the memes of him like just yelling at somebody, like a picture, and then it'll say
Yeah. I've made a few of those.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right. I'm still finding lists that I thought I deleted.
Hmm.
It's driving me crazy.
They really want you to read them.
I don't want to. Some of these I have read though. That's the thing.
Hmm.
Some of them are lists that I've done already, and I keep thinking I've taken that out of there so I don't do it again by accident. And it's like, oh no, you will do it many times.
Hmm.
So, all right. Oh my God, go away! We did that last time. Get out
Top
of here.
10 uses of a dental dam.
Oh, dude. Well, there's really only 2.
Yeah.
There's really only 2 lists there.
Hmm.
Two uses for a dental dam. One involves actual dentistry, and the other involves cum.
Yes. Sometimes at the same time.
Ooh, I hope not.
Oh dear.
That sounds really, really bad.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds like it would be really, like, bad for your health, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see what we got here. I got this one. This sounds fun. From Poofness, they sent me 18 of the geekiest parents of all time.
All right.
That sounds like fun, right? Let's see.
Wonder if those parents that named their kid Kal-El will be on there.
Wasn't that Nicolas Cage?
Was that Nicolas Cage?
Nicolas Cage definitely named his son Kal-El.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so there's this little girl dressed like Han Solo, and she's riding a little stuffed Wampa.
Oh,
That's cute.
I guess.
Oh, God. There's another kid. He's dressed up as a Transformer who was clearly the TARDIS, and it says Optimus Time.
Ooh.
No,
Mm-mm.
thanks.
Even I'm groaning at that one.
Okay, so you got these parents. This picture looked like it was taken in the early 90s based on the mom's hair. But the parents and the little boy, who looks like he's about 5, are all wearing, like, Star Trek The Next Generation outfits.
Well,
So there you go.
either they look back on that as awesome or regret it immensely.
Maybe a little bit of both, I would think. A little bit of both. I mean, I'm sure they don't regret having the costumes, but they actually took, like, a family portrait. Like, this is at a studio with, like, one of those, like, backdrops, you know?
So they all had to like go to a mall or something?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Oh, this is cute. They got the baby dressed up, little toddler. He's dressed up as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Oh.
And they got him stomping around this, like, you know, minuscule set of, like, Ghostbusters, like the action figures, and he's, like, stomping on them and shit.
Oh, that's cute.
It's cute. Here's a kid. Oh my God! Wow. Okay, so the dad is dressed like the stormtroopers, the ones from Return of the Jedi that were in the forest.
Yeah.
And he's got this little baby stormtrooper in like a rickshaw, and he's riding around.
Oh. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, so this family's dressed as like the Deadpool family. That the dad is
Whoa.
Deadpool, the mom is Lady Deadpool, the kid is Kid Pool, and they even got a little stuffed dog pool and a head pool.
Wow, that
Pretty geeky.
sounds pretty cool.
This looks like a dad and his, or okay, I think it's actually a gay couple,
Okay.
and their two kids, and they're all dressed as like Batman and Robin, but they're like 60s Adam West and Burt Ward Batman and Robin.
Oh, okay.
There you
Get
go.
a little closer, old chum.
Yeah. This looks like they made like a fucking play set out of like this just I don't even know what this is from. Just this giant like robot Deathwalker thing. Looks like it's from like Halo or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And the kids are all playing it like it's like a jungle gym, you know?
Oh, I love jungle gyms,
Yeah.
especially ones that look like giant robot deathwalkers.
That is exactly what it looks like. And there's two girls and a little boy, and they're all just kind of hanging off it and shit. Okay. Oh my. Okay. Here's an entire family: dad, mom, and two babies, and they're all dressed as Princess Leia, including the dad.
Oh no, wait, is it Slave Leia?
No, it's the white smock and the hair buns.
The buns of steel?
Yeah, the Cinnabons on the side there.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Dad making sure my new boyfriend is competent, and he's like Skyping the guy and playing chess with him. Like, he's got like a chessboard set up on the laptop across from him.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Here's a kid dressed as Darth Vader in his bedroom, and it's got the bed with, you know, like how some kids have that canopy bed.
Yeah.
The canopy is an AT-AT.
Cool.
That's kind of cool if you're into Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're that into Star Wars.
So here's a baby playing with a giant foam Millennium Falcon.
Ooh, neat.
Okay, all right. This is cool. You know those little like Fisher Price like cars the kids get in that kind of Flintstone it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. They made it into the Ecto-1. Like they put the
Oh.
decals and they put like a light bulbs on top of it and everything.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is cool. Yeah. This is a Halloween. Really cool Jawa costumes. They got the glowing eyes and shit.
Houdini!
Parent and child. I don't know the gender of either.
Mhm.
But yeah, they look like Jawas.
Cool.
Here's a dad dressed as Darth Vader playing chess with his kids. The girl looks like Princess Leia and the boy looks like Anakin.
Anakin?
You know, like little kid Anakin. By the way, did you know the guy who played Anakin in Phantom Menace? He was the kid version. He recently got arrested for, I guess, like drunk driving or something. But there was like a high speed police chase and everything.
Wow, really?
Isn't that crazy?
You know,
I think that guy kind of lost it after Star Wars. That he got out of acting in it because he got bullied in school and everything, and he wound up like hating Star Wars.
probably because he'd hear it all the time. But you know what? I kind of hope
They kept
that,
calling him Annie and all that
yeah,
shit. Yeah.
I kind of hope that there's footage of the chase and they put the pod race music to it.
Oh boy, they should so do that. Okay, I don't get the Doctor Who references. So all I'll say is that the dad is dressed like Doctor Who and he's got the screwdriver thing, and the kid has a gas mask on. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Oh, you my mommy. That's what it's from.
Okay.
It's from one of the early episodes.
Here's a dad is dressed as a stormtrooper and he's got two kids dressed as Pikachu.
What?
Yeah, well, you know, they wanted to be Pikachu. I don't know.
All right.
Oh my god! And the final one is it's animated, and there's this little kid, like a toddler. This kid looks like he's like 3 or 4. You know what I think it is? I think the parent is in the costume. It's the fucking thing from Aliens. You know, the giant. What do you call that thing?
Face hugger?
No, the fucking robot thing that Ripley wore at the end.
Oh,
called the Alien Queen.
Get away from her, you bitch.
The mechanical lifter. And I think the
Okay.
parent is in it. And they have the baby, like, on their chest, like in one of those harnesses. And it looks like the baby is controlling it.
Okay.
You don't actually see. Let me show you. This is the most awesome thing I've ever seen. You got to see this shit.
Okay.
If you're into aliens, there it is.
I am.
Who isn't? But there's only 3 alien movies.
Yeah.
There's Alien, Aliens, and Prometheus. The rest don't exist.
I liked Alien 3 well enough.
I didn't.
And Alien Resurrection was a movie.
It certainly happened at one point. Did you see it?
Wow, that is so cool. Look at that.
Look at that.
It
looks like the little baby is controlling it, right?
Yeah.
I figure the parent is actually in the costume.
Yeah, of course. You can see that the legs look big enough for that. That's so cool.
All right, so out of 18, this was. Thanks.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Very 17, I'll say. Thank you, Puffnisse, for sending us something fun.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Bitch.
I'm gonna give it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it the full 18. Yeah,
Okay.
because even Optimus Time, like I'm thinking a little more warmly on it now.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Of course. I should say, of course you do.
I do.
Of course you do.
Mm.
Mr. Armagiggity Time.
Who do? You do. That voodoo that you do.
Do what? Do what now?
Do what?
Okay, this next one might be a little morbid, but it's interesting. It's this was sent by, what was this? Was this Alex Shannon or? Yes, Alex Shannon. 10 objects, or the objects 10 celebrities took to their graves. So apparently these were, celebrities that died, and they requested to be buried with certain things, and they were.
Okay.
So there you go.
Let's see what kind of shit people were buried with.
Frank Sinatra was buried with a flask full of Jack Daniels.
Makes sense.
One for the road, right?
Yeah. Problem is you can't take it with you.
Yeah. Rumor has it they also left him with a roll of dimes just in case he wanted to make some phone calls from the great beyond.
Oh. Too bad for him. He's got to have a cell phone these days.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Tony, speaking of which, Tony Curtis, this was not too long ago, this is like 2010 he died, and he was buried with an iPhone.
Okay.
There you go.
Mm. Generation 1.
Humphrey Bogart was buried with a golden whistle. That sounds like a euphemism for something, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. He was buried with his golden whistle, if you know what I mean.
It was a lucky charm that he kept.
Okay.
So.
His totem.
Yeah. Roald Dahl, you know who that is, right?
Yeah, he wrote books.
Yeah, he wrote some pretty creepy books, actually.
Yeah.
He was buried with snooker cues, HB pencils, a power saw, chocolates, and red wine.
Considering his work, it makes sense.
What was the power saw for?
To get out.
Apparently, these were all just his favorite things.
Well, those are a few of his favorite things.
Yeah. Leonard Bernstein, you know who that is?
Kind of.
He was buried with a copy of the book Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Apparently, he carried it wherever he went.
Maybe for inspiration? Or just fun?
I don't know. Maybe he's his favorite book, maybe.
Okay.
Ronnie Van Zant. He was in Leonard Skinner.
Okay, there we
Died
go.
in a plane crash. He was buried with fishing poles and his trademark black hat.
Fishing?
He probably really liked fishing, right?
I bet he did.
Yeah, it was his favorite fishing pole. It says Bela Lugosi,
Blah.
who never actually said blah.
Blah.
He was buried actually wearing his Dracula cape.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. So there you go. Apparently,
Really?
it was not the actual one that he wore in the movie, though. So,
I really hope his last word was blah.
no, I would think not.
Oh.
Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Bob Marley was buried with a red Gibson Les Paul guitar and some weed.
Oh, that weed.
A stalk of ganja. Well, he was a Rastafarian, so that probably had some sort of religious connotation for him.
Yeah, like that stuff sent you to a higher place.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not that. They actually consider it a sacrament. Like Rastafarians consider weed to be like
Yeah.
communion wine.
Yeah, like it's more than just, hey, get high.
You know what's funny is like Snoop Dogg became a Rastafarian, and that's when he changed his name to
Snoop
Snoop
Lion.
Lion, and he
Sloop.
released Snoop Lion, and he released that really good fucking reggae album.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is I remember thinking like he's got to be really sincere about it because he can't be thinking, oh, I'm just gonna smoke weed all the time because he already did that.
Yeah, nothing was stopping him
Yeah,
before.
he was already known for that.
But then he kind of backed out of it.
It's not that he backed out of it. I think he just doesn't talk about it much.
But he's Snoop Dogg again. Like he's Snoop
Well, no,
Doggy Dogg.
he says he has one last album to release as Snoop Dogg because Snoop Dogg is his rap name, Snoop Lion is his reggae name.
Mm.
So I assume like whenever he releases a rap album, it's gonna be Snoop Dogg. But when he releases a reggae album, it's gonna be Snoop Lion.
Hmm.
Andy Warhol was buried with some Interview magazines and a bottle of Estee Lauder perfume.
Okay, that's
that sounds
weird.
just about weird enough for Andy Warhol.
Yeah.
A strange man. Elizabeth Taylor
Oh,
was buried with Richard Burton's last love letter to her. That's kind of sweet, actually.
that's nice.
That's the last one there.
That's just a nice thing.
Apparently, that one was written like 3 days before he died. So
Whoa.
yeah.
So, okay, so it had a lot of meaning for her.
It says although Taylor and Burton's love affairs were highly publicized and their love letters quoted in various biographies, this was one she kept to herself. Written 3 days before he died, Taylor received the note when she arrived home from his funeral.
Ooh.
She kept it by her bedside for the rest of her life and was buried with it at her request. Wow. That was very interesting. Out of 10, I'm going to say 8.
I'm going to say 9.
Okay, then. There you go. Now, there's one in the sidebar that I just clicked on. So this is interesting. It's how many? 10? Oh, 12 things that you may not know about Mad Magazine.
I really liked Mad Magazine.
Back when it was funny, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, when there is a precise moment when it became not so funny anymore. It was when William Gaines died.
Oh, who's he?
He was the original creator, and he was the CEO and everything. And he once he died, like all the stuff that he was the one that wanted to keep it in black and white, and he wanted to keep it like a cheap magazine, and there was never any ads in it. Remember how it never had ads?
Yeah, it was just.
It was like they didn't even let his fucking body get cold, and all of a sudden it was full color with ads, and it was expensive.
And it's like, finally, we can milk this.
Yeah, and then it wasn't as creative anymore too. So there you go. All right. So 12 things you may not know about Mad. Number 1, I guess it's starting with number 1. No one knows who came up with Alfred E. Newman.
Oh, that's weird.
Mad creator Harvey Kurtzman was in the offices of a Ballantine Books editor discussing reprints for the fledgling publication when he noticed a grinning, gap-toothed imbecile staring back at him from a bulletin board. The unnamed figure was ubiquitous in the early 20th century, appearing in everything from dentistry ads to depictions of diseases. A charm Kurtzman adopted him as Mad's mascot beginning in 1954. Newman later became so recognizable that I've heard about this. A letter was delivered from New Zealand to Mad's New York offices without an address. The envelope simply had a drawing of Alfred.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Me worry.
What? Me worry?
Number 2, they had to apologize almost immediately.
Oh, for whenever they'd make fun of...
They did pretty early on, I would guess. Mad was conceived during a particularly sensitive time for the comics industry, with parents and watchdog groups concerned over content. It didn't switch to a magazine format until issue 24. Kurtzman usually knew where the line was, but when he was laid up with acute hepatitis in 1952, publisher William Gaines, that's who I was talking about earlier, and others had to step in for him. Gaines thought it would be funny to offer a fictional biography of himself that detailed his father's communist leanings, his past as a dope dealer near nursery schools, and bouts of pyromania. When wholesalers were shocked at the content and threatened to boycott all of his titles, Gaines was forced to write a letter of apology.
I should hope so. Good heavens.
They didn't realize it was a joke. Number 3, they predicted JFK's election in 1960.
Whoa.
But it was a cheat.
Oh.
In the run-up to the 1960 presidential election, Mad printed a cover that featured Newman congratulating Kennedy on his victory with a caption that read, "We were with you all the way, Jack." But the issue was shipped long before votes had been tabulated. The secret? It was a dual cover. Flip it over, and Newman is celebrating Richard Nixon's appointment to office. Stores were told to display the right side of the magazine depending on the outcome.
Ah, okay.
There you go. Number 4, Alfred briefly had a girlfriend. Alfred E. Newman, that is.
What?
And there's this picture of like a Valentine with Alfred E. Newman and this girl who looks exactly like him.
Of course.
I would think it was his sister, not his girlfriend. A character named Moxie Krasnovsky was... I love the name. See, that's the creativity they had, man. Moxie Krasnovsky was introduced in the late 50s as a female companion for Alfred. She made only a handful of cover appearances, possibly due to the fact that she looked alarmingly like her significant other.
So people might have been thinking, are they related?
Yeah,
this is weird.
It looks a little... It's like Milhouse's parents, you know?
Yeah, they both have the blue thing going on.
Well, I think the reason that Milhouse's parents look the same is they drew Milhouse first, and then they were like, his parents got to look like him.
Yeah.
I think Homer even said once, are you guys brother and sister?
I wonder when he said that.
Number 5, and I just talked about this one a little while ago. They didn't run any real ads for 44 years. From the beginning, Gaines felt that printing actual advertisements next to the products they were lampooning would not only dilute their edge, but seem more than a little hypocritical. After some back and forth Mad cut ads starting in 1957, the decision was a costly one. Most print publications survive on such revenue, but led to the magazine keeping a sharp knife against the throat of seductive advertising, including cigarettes. Faced with dwindling circulation in 2001, Mad finally relented and began taking ads to help pay for a switch to color printing. Number 6, Spy vs. Spy was created by a suspected spy.
Go figure.
Cuban cartoonist Antonio Prohias was disenchanted with the regime under Fidel Castro when he began working on what would become Spy vs. Spy. Because Prohias' other newspaper illustrations were critical of Castro, the Cuban government suspected him of working for the CIA. He wasn't, but the perception had him worried harm might come to his co-workers, so to get out of the situation, Prohias came to America in 1960. With his daughter helping translate, he stopped by Mad's New York offices and submitted his work. His sneaky, triangle-headed spies became regulars.
I really like those bits.
They still, even though Prohias died a while ago, they still publish Spy vs. Spy. Other artists have taken over for him.
That's good.
Yeah. Number 7, there was one fold-in they wouldn't run. Remember the fold-ins in the back?
That was my favorite part when I was a kid.
That was great, yeah. Artist Al Jaffe, now 94, has been with Mad almost from the beginning. He created the famous fold-in, the back cover that reveals a new picture when doubled over. In 1964, after seeing the fold-outs in magazines like National Geographic, Playboy, and Life, Jaffe has rarely missed an issue once, but editors backtracked on one of Jaffe's works that referenced a mass shooting in 2013. Citing poor taste, they destroyed over 600,000 copies.
Whoa.
Do you remember that Simpsons that referenced that when Marge was in like prison for a while?
Yeah.
And there was that woman had that weird back tattoo, and she's like, I don't get it. It's one of those Mad fold-ins.
And you fold it.
Like, folded her back. Like, why me worry? Number 8, their movie was a disaster.
They did have a movie, didn't they?
Up the Academy.
Yeah, I forgot.
With the exception of Fox's successful sketch series, 1994's Mad TV attempts to translate the Mad brand into other media have been underwhelming. A 1974 animated special didn't even make it on the air, but a 1980 film venture, a military school spoof directed by Robert Downey Sr. titled Mad Presents Up the Academy, was so awful William Gaines demanded to have their name taken off it. Renamed Up the Academy, the DVD release of the movie still features someone sporting an Alfred E. Newman mask. Mad parodied it in a spoof called Throw Up the Academy.
Of course.
That sounds like them. Number 9, the April 1974 cover had people flipping.
Oh.
Mad has never made a habit of good taste, but a depiction of a raised middle finger for one issue in the mid-70s caused a huge stir. Many stores wouldn't stock it for fear of offending customers, and the company ended up accepting an irregular number of returns. Gaines took to his typewriter to write a letter of apology again.
So what was the middle finger for?
It was just a middle finger. That's the whole cover.
Just like a giant fuck you?
And it says the number 1 magazine.
I want to see that cover. That'd be
awesome. I got a
awesome.
picture of it if you want to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a big old fuck you.
Yeah, that's all it is. There you go.
The
It's
number
issue
one.
166.
Wow, that'd be so cool to see. Like, whoa, they did it.
You just like walk into a newsstand and there it is. That's only the top part. Like it actually shows like the whole hand on the actual cover.
Yeah, I'm only getting like, I'm just getting the tip.
But here, I'll give you a picture of the entire cover. And it's interesting because it's not like Alfred E. Newman's not even on the. I assume that's his finger, but there you go. That's the whole thing. I think that's great. I think I would love to have a copy of that. I bet it's worth a lot of money because they recalled so many. It's probably rare.
Yeah, frame that shit.
Holy shit, I totally would. I would display that in like a doctor's office or something.
Yeah, in my doctor's office.
Oh, man. Number 10, they invented a sport. Mad writer Tom Koch was amused by the convoluted rules of sports and attempted to one-up them in 43-Man Squamish, a game he invented for the April 1965 issue. I remember hearing about this. Koch and artist George Woodbridge, Mad's athletic counsel, prepared a guide that was utterly incomprehensible. The field was to have 5 sides, positions including deep brooders and dummies. Interfering with the wicket man constituted a penalty, but it amused high school and college readers enough to try and mount their own games. Short on players, try 2-man squamish. The rules are identical, Koch wrote, except the object of the game is to lose. For the less physically inclined, Mad also included a board game in which the goal is to lose all of your money.
Oh my god.
It sounds like Quidditch.
Yeah, there's way too many rules and things happening.
Number 11, Weird Al was a guest editor. This I did not know. This is interesting. In what must be some kind of fulfilled prophecy, lyrical satirist Weird Al Yankovic was named as a guest editor, their first, for the magazine's May 2015 issue. I didn't know they were still publishing Mad, to be honest.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yankovic told Entertainment Weekly Mad had put him on the dark, twisted path to becoming who I am today. I needed to pollute my mind with that kind of stuff. In addition to his collaborations with the staff, Yankovic enlisted Patton Oswalt, Seth Green, and Chris Hardwick to contribute.
Oh wow.
That's crazy.
Those are some good people to pick from, though.
I didn't know that Mad was still going.
Is it still like today?
Yeah, well, that May 2015 issue, hello. That was 2 months ago. 1 month ago. Yeah, you know who publishes Mad now?
Who?
DC Comics. It's been for a while, actually. Yeah.
Cool.
Number 12, Fred Astaire once danced with Alfred E. Newman. Oh, what?
How did that happen?
This is the last one here. In a scene so surreal even Mad's irreverent editors would have trouble dreaming it up, Fred Astaire decided to sport an Alfred E. Newman mask for a dance number in his 1959 television special, Another Evening with Fred Astaire. No one seems to recall why exactly Astaire would do this. He may have just wanted to include a popular cultural reference, but it was no off-the-cuff decision. Astaire hired movie makeup veteran John Chambers of Planet of the Apes to craft a credible mask of Newman. The result is, well, kind of disturbing, but it's a fitting addition to a long tradition of people going completely mad. That's, they got a YouTube video here. Let's see what it looks like.
It's a mad world.
Oh, that had nothing to do with it. Oh, no. God! Oh, lordy, no.
It's hideous.
It's a little too realistic.
Ooh.
You want to see?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Why would anybody do this?
Is this real?
Is this real life? Okay, I'm trying to generate a link that'll put you at the point where it'll show him in the mask. Here you go. It skips to about 4 minutes in. Yeah, it's a little too realistic. It's not like some plastic mask.
No.
No, right? It's creepy. Especially when he looks directly at the camera, because you never see Alfred E. Newman from the side, you know?
No, but just... It's kind of like seeing those things of like what Homer would look like in real life, or what the Smurfs would look like in real life.
Like I said, the problem with that mask is it's a little too realistic. Out of 12, this is all very interesting, and some of these I did not know. I will give it a 12.
I gotta give it a 12 too. This was like, I knew so little about Mad.
Yeah, well, I knew a lot of these because I used to be a huge fan of this magazine.
Yeah, like I never had a subscription or anything, but
I never
whenever
had a subscription either. I would just go and buy it.
no, I never had the money to buy them, so I would just read what I could
Here's
in
another
store.
one Alex Shannon gave me. It's 10 unmentionable facts about underwear.
Oh, I see what he did there. Okay.
Oh, you know what? I gotta nix this one. I did this one already.
Oh,
I don't know if it was him that sent it to me or I just randomly found it, but I did do that with Tanya once. So never mind that.
oh, I guess now they're mentionables.
You asshole.
Mm.
Oh my.
Ugh.
Oh,
Excuse
what
me.
the fuck? You know, from that thing. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Okay, let's see. Let's see what else I got here. Let me go into my email. Let's see. Why is that starred? That's just a subscriber, right? Sometimes I put stars on weird things.
SARS upon DARS.
Ah. It's from S Serpent 21.
Okay.
25. His 25 favorite voice actors.
I wonder if one of them is himself listening to his soothing sounds of hearing him talk.
I don't think he considers that to be acting. That's a podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
You are hearing me talk.
Yes.
All right. 25 favorite voice actors. Number 25, Peter Cullen.
That sounds familiar.
Well, he was Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime.
Still is Optimus Prime.
To this day.
Yeah. Number 24, June Foray. Do you know who June Foray? She was Rocky in Rocky and Bullwinkle.
I didn't know Rocky was voiced by a lady. That's cool.
Well, think of that high-pitched voice Rocky had.
Oh, yeah, but sometimes, you're not sure. But that's cool.
Number 23, Gilbert Gottfried. I mean, he has done voice acting. He was the Aflac Duck. He was the parrot in Aladdin. So.
He should have still been the Aflac Duck.
Yeah. Well, you know, he made a comment on Twitter about, like kind of an insensitive joke like he usually makes.
Yes.
About the tsunami in Japan there. And apparently Aflac does most of their business in Japan.
Mm-hmm. But did he afterwards say that he felt like a wave of
oh yeah, he was not. You know, that's
going...
the thing. It's like what Howard Stern said about the whole situation. Like how could they be surprised by him doing that? That's what he does.
That's his shtick.
They never should have hired him in the first place. Is what he said. Yeah. Mark Hamill is number 22. Of course, he was the Joker.
The Joker
many
and
other voices. You know. Did you know that he was the Hobgoblin in the '90s Spider-Man cartoon? I did not know that, but it says it here.
Well, probably if you go back and listen, you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah.
Well, the voice was kind of similar to the Joker, so it makes sense. Number 21, Gray Delisle is the first one I don't know. Let's see. Oh, Mandy from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and Catwoman from Batman Arkham City. And was the voice of the computer in Doom 3, so that's quite a mix.
Oh, yeah, that's a little bit everywhere.
Number 20, Chuck McCann.
He
was Duckworth in DuckTales.
Oh.
Yeah. And it also says here Leatherneck from G.I. Joe, so there you go.
Oh, I never watched a lot of G.I. Joe. Leatherneck.
Number 19, Richard Ian Cox. I don't know who this is. Oh, he plays Inuyasha. Who cares?
Yeah.
Number 19, Armin Shimmerman.
He did voice acting?
Oh, very famous for voice acting. I mean, you know him as Quark, obviously.
That's what I know him
But
for.
he's known for his voice acting actually in video games.
Oh?
Yeah. He was in BioShock. He played Andrew Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't really, delved into those games yet.
Oh, well, I thought you played the first BioShock.
A little bit of it, but I guess I just never put the voice to it because I haven't listened to it
He
enough.
doesn't sound like Quark, dude.
No, I'm trying to look past the teeth, like...
and the ears.
And,
you know what's funny is when you see him without the makeup, he still looks like Quark.
You can still see it, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
That's cool.
I lost where I was. Okay, here we go. Number 17, Michelle Roof.
Roof.
She played Crimson Viper in Street Fighter 4 and various animes, so you guys don't care.
Yeah, okay.
Number 16, Troy Baker.
Yes,
He is in every video game you've played.
pretty much.
Of course, he mentions Bioshock Infinite and Batman Arkham City, but he's been in so many of them. The Last of Us is one of his better roles as well.
Hmm. He's been up for all kinds of awards if he hasn't won them already.
He's also played Batman.
When?
I think it was the Lego Batman movie.
I've seen that.
Lego movie. Or was it the Lego movie? I'm actually looking it up now. He's done so much that it's just kind of crazy.
I've seen the Lego Batman movie, but not the Lego movie. Funny enough.
That is funny.
Yeah.
That's very funny, actually. Hold on, let me just do a search on Batman. He's also played other Batman characters, so it gets kind of confusing. Yeah, in Lego Batman the movie, he played Batman, Two-Face, and Brainiac.
Oh, damn.
Very versatile, huh?
Yeah, he's a good voice actor.
And in Batman Assault on Arkham, he was the Joker.
Oh, I really liked that that cartoon.
There you go.
Pretty much a Suicide Squad movie.
Also in Batman Arkham City, he played Robin and Two-Face. So there you go. So he's been all over the place. And he was the Joker in Batman Arkham Origins.
One of my roommates actually today bought an Xbox One and Arkham Knight, and we watched him play for like a couple hours. It's pretty cool.
I haven't gotten it yet because I'd be getting it for PC, and apparently the PC version is kind of fucked up.
That's what they're saying.
So I'll be waiting for them to say it's no longer fucked up before I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, Dan Castellaneta. Of course,
Homer.
Simpson, and many characters on The Simpsons.
The genie from Aladdin a lot.
Yes, like any time other than the original Aladdin movie where it was Robin Williams, it's Dan Castellaneta.
Yeah, like the TV show in the second movie.
Yeah. Charles Napier is number 14.
That sounds familiar.
He was more known as a regular actor, but I do remember that when Squidbillies started, he was the sheriff.
Oh, I've never seen that show.
But then he died, and they got someone else to be the sheriff.
Oh.
I think the second guy is better, but there you go. He was also Duke Phillips on The Critic.
Oh, okay. I like The Critic.
Yeah. John St. John is number 13.
Okay.
Duke Nukem. Who gives a shit what else he's done? I saw this amazing video of him reading a passage from 50 Shades of Grey in the Duke Nukem voice.
Oh, that'd be so good.
It was amazing.
Was it?
Number 12, Rob Paulson. Rob Paulson's been in so many different things. He was Spider-Man in the 90s cartoon, I know that. And I think he was one of the Animaniacs. And according to this, he was Snowjob in G.I. Joe. He was Raphael from the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And in the 2012 version, he was Donatello.
That's weird.
And he also mentioned Spider-Man. Number 11, Mike Judge.
Oh.
He was like almost every voice on Beavis and Butthead, and then there was, of course, King of the Hill. So. Number 10,
very recognizable.
Yeah, number 10, Dana Snyder. He plays Master Shake.
Oh, yeah.
And he's also the granny on Squidbillies.
And I think he was
What's
like...
funny is that Master, if you've ever heard him talk, Master Shake, that's just his voice.
Oh, yeah, because he played the super nerd from... what's that show about a video game company? I forget.
Oh, fuck. I know what you're talking about. Code Monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, that voice sounds familiar. It's Master Shake.
Yeah, he does. Usually he just uses his regular voice, but when he does Granny on the Squidbillies, it's a completely different thing. Number 9 is James Avery. He was the Shredder.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Phil.
Mm-hmm.
On Fresh Prince. And according to this, I did not know this, he was War Machine in the Iron Man cartoon in the 90s.
Oh, I didn't really watch that, but
I didn't know that.
That's cool.
Number 8, Jess Harnell. This I don't know. Okay, apparently he was an Animaniac. He was Captain Hero on Draw Together, and he was Ironhide in the Transformers movies.
Okay, I know his voice.
Okay, yeah. Now I know. Once you said Ironhide, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Once you said Captain Hero, I figured.
Number 7, Jim Cummings.
Oh, every
he was a Disney
voice
guy.
Yeah, every voice ever.
Yeah, wasn't he Uncle Scrooge?
No, it was a much older guy who did Uncle Scrooge. He was Darkwing Duck.
Oh, that's right. Oh, and he was Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, and like kind of sounds like that. That kind of slightly grovelly, very ever so slightly.
Yeah. Number 6 is Tara Strong. She's another one that's like all over video games now.
Video games, cartoons,
He
oh yeah.
mentions Princess Clara and Toot from Drawn Together and Harley Quinn and Batman Arkham City.
Mm-hmm.
She also played a couple of characters in Mortal Kombat X. So. Like I know she played Farah, and I think she was Devora too.
I think she did the Friendship is Magic show too, didn't she?
I wouldn't know.
I don't know. I remember reading a bio of her.
I'm worried that you know.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not a brony. I just wanted to find out what shit she was in.
Oh, you sure?
I'm sure, man. Don't
By
worry.
the way, Tara Strong, kind of hot.
Yeah?
She's a good-looking girl. She's older than I am.
Mm.
But yeah, she's hot.
Nice.
Okay. Number 5, Billy West. He was Stimpy.
Yeah.
And
once,
eventually he was Ren.
for real?
After I think Chris Falusi, John Chris Falusi, who created Ren and Stimpy, I think he did the voice of Ren, and then he left, or they fired him, or whatever, and then Billy West took over as Ren. So he was doing both. He was also Fry on Futurama.
Yeah.
And he was off. I don't know. Yeah, he even mentions this. I don't know if this counts, but he was on the Howard Stern show doing voices as well.
Oh, just random voices?
Yeah. Number 4, Mel Blanc. I mean, he was like every Looney Tune that you can think of back in the day.
And even way into, like, even the 80s, he was still doing Bugs Bunny.
Barney Rubble, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Number 3, Maurice LaMarche.
Ooh. Bien sûr.
I know he was Pinky. Other than that, I don't know. Let's see. He was Orson Welles on The Critic and Egon in The Real Ghostbusters, and he mentions Pinky as well.
Oh, I think he was the Brain then, too, because Orson Welles sounds like the Brain. Or the fake Orson Welles sounds like the Brain.
You know, Brain does sound like Orson Welles.
Yes, when he does that. So you're like...
The same thing we try to do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why would S. Serpent mention Pinky but not the Brain? Let's see if he was the same guy. Let's see.
I can just put those two voices together in my head.
No, he's wrong. Maurice LaMarche played the Brain.
Okay.
Pinky was Rob Paulson.
Oh,
who's also on the list. So
oh, well.
He's just got all mixed up there. No big deal. I mean, they're both on the list anyway. Number 2 is Michael McConaughey. Really?
Okay.
He was Seth in Street Fighter 4.
Oh.
And he's in a bunch of animes. So it's like, who cares? And number 1, big surprise, H. John Benjamin is his number 1.
Who's that?
His favorite show is Archer.
Oh, okay. I already know who you mean then.
Yeah. and of course, he's Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
And Dr. Katz back in the day.
Oh, man. That's going back a bit.
He was the son in Dr. Katz.
Yeah.
All right. Out of 25, I mean, this is pretty much a list of 25 most famous voice actors.
Yeah.
And of course, H. John Benjamin is his number 1. You know what? I would like to see a couple more from The Simpsons, though, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like Harry Shearer, who just left The Simpsons.
Yeah. Wait,
know?
He left The Simpsons?
You didn't know that?
No, that's huge.
Yeah, it is huge. That's why I'm surprised you haven't heard of it.
No.
It was big news. Harry Shearer's left.
Oh, jeez.
Show's kind of falling apart at this point.
Just end it, man.
They lost Marsha Wallace.
Yeah, but that was,
really
you know...
sad. Really sad. And now he left, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just end it while you can, while you still
the
can.
The show's still good, but it's like when you start losing the actors like that, it's sad, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, he played Flanders, he played Mr. Burns, he played Smithers. Like, they could get replacements, but are they going to get, like, one? They're going to need, like, 2 or 3 people to play all his roles, probably. They're not going to find someone as talented as that.
They're going to be watered-down versions, you know? Like, maybe they'll sound like season 1.
I could do some of those voices.
Yeah.
Like, I could do Flanders, but I can't exactly do Smithers, you know?
But can you do it with the same good inflection?
Oh, yeah. No, well, you've heard me do Homer.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty good at voices, dude. All right, out of 25, I'm gonna say 23.
Dang it, that's what I was going to give it.
Holy shit! And you were predicting we're gonna be wildly different.
Yeah. Fine, I'll give it a 1.
I'll give it a 1. Fuck you, S. Serpent. Okay, the next one on here, because he sent a couple of them here. Well, it's really just 2. Is 5 cool facts about James Bond movies and guns. I assume he means guns in the James Bond movies, not just like guns in general.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's my
Number
response.
5. Timothy Dalton's PPK. The same armorer provided guns for both Timothy Dalton's James Bond movies and in both movies, Living Daylights and License to Kill. Both of Bond Walter PPK hand grips are wooden instead of black like most other Bond Walter PPKs were. It is rumored that it is the exact same gun for both films.
Oh.
Well, okay then.
Great.
That's really not a cool fact.
It's a fact.
It's a fact, but it's not cool, yeah. Number 4. I did in fact fire 6 shots. Dirty Harry came out in 1971, and as well as being a smash hit, it led big popularity to its film's signature handgun, the Smith & Wesson Model 2944 Magnum. When Live and Let Die came out in 73 for the scene where Bond rescues Solitaire at the end of the film, he has, no joke, the Smith & Wesson Model 2944 Magnum. Also, Bond fires the gun exactly 6 times. Once at the snake handler, 3 at the Baron Samedi dummy, and then twice at the men who rushes Bond. He discards the weapon afterward.
Nice. So it was a 6 shot.
Yeah, well, he knew.
Yeah.
He didn't have to wonder, did he fire 5 or did he fire 6?
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, 2 Bonds, 1 gun in the same year. 2 girls, 1 cop.
Oh, no.
1983 was a big year for Bond fans with dueling Bonds with Eon Productions making Octopussy and Never Say Never Again being made by Warner Brothers with Roger Moore and Sean Connery respectively in each movie. In each movie, neither Bond uses the famous Walther PPK handgun. Walther had a new gun to debut the year and a similar Walther P5 that both actors used in their movies. It's interesting that independently the 2 studios decided we need to update it and get that new gun.
At the same time.
Yeah. 2 chicks at the same time. Number 2, aren't you a little suave for a stormtrooper? Not only was George Lazenby the first Bond actor to fire a machine gun in a Bond movie, submachine gun but still, the gun he uses, a Sterling SMG, was later used as the basis for the stormtroopers' guns in the Star Wars films.
Oh, cool. That's a cool fact.
You know, now that I think of it, I'm imagining George Lazenby firing that weapon, and I think, yeah, you know, that does look like the basis of, like, the blasters that the stormtroopers used.
Mm-hmm. Except they probably removed the aiming capabilities for the stormtroopers.
Well, I have a theory on that, because, like, you know, you saw in Episode 3 the stormtroopers were really good, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And by the time you get to Episode 4, they're idiots.
Because they keep cloning?
I think they're clones of clones of clones at that point, because Jango Fett was dead.
Yeah, so they're like...
Yeah. It's like that movie Multiplicity.
Yeah, and the clones start cloning themselves.
Where they get number 4, who was a clone of number 2, and he was like a moron.
Just complete airhead. I remember that movie.
I remember like watching that and being completely bored for the first like half hour, and then all of a sudden it became like a classic comedy out of
Yeah, then once the clones come in, she gets crazy.
all of a sudden it's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
And number 1, you only change guns too many times. In You Only Live Twice, Bond not only has his Walther PPK, but he also, due to oversights or changes, also fires a Colt Detective Special while undercover and a Colt Pocket Hammerless 1903 in a continuity error. What's more is that during the exterior volcano scenes, the ninjas are all carrying different guns, but when they reach the interior due to production moving back to England, the ninjas have different guns than they had in the scene previous. Oh wait, there's more. When Blofeld is aiming his gun at Bond in the finale, it's a Webley Mark IV, but once Blofeld's arm is hit by a throwing star and makes his escape in the tram car, the gun, after hitting the ground, is now a Colt New Service. Once Bond picks it up, it remains a Colt and not the British-made Webley.
That's probably just multiple takes being done.
Well, they were
together.
filming like some of the scenes in England and some of the scenes on location. So.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on over there?
I don't know.
Sounds like a whole lot of fun. Out of 5, I'm going to give it a 4 because that first one was not very interesting.
But the rest were actually pretty.
Yeah, the rest were
interesting.
good. Yeah, the rest were good.
This guy knows guns. So yeah, I'm going to say 4 out of 5 as well.
Okay. Let's see. I did that one with Tanya. Okay, Nicholas Jones sent me another top 10 YouTubers.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
he had sent me his top 10 YouTubers a while back, so this is his, like,
Revamp.
other top 10. No, it's not his revamped, because none of the ones from the previous list are on this list.
Oh, it's just an
So it's
other.
just another 10 YouTubers.
All right.
So I was on the first list. I'm not going to be on this one.
You never know. Might put you so nice that he put you twice.
No, he says, as a rule, no YouTubers from the first list.
Okay. Fair enough.
Number 10, Lupus Creepus. He
All
performs
right.
the different horror rituals on the internet to see if they're real.
Oh, cool.
So he's the asshole that sits there and does like Charlie and sees if that works, I guess.
I still don't know what that is. I know it's a thing, but I don't know what it is.
It's a thing where you write like yes and no, like on a piece of paper, and you balance one pencil on another, and then you say Charlie, are you here? And supposedly the pencil will move.
Oh.
But it turns out the whole Charlie challenge was supposedly made by a production company. Like they put these like a couple of videos on YouTube, and it became viral, and other people started doing it to promote a horror movie.
Ah, smart.
So there you go. Top 10s is number 9. They do top 10 lists. And we have done some of their lists here on List Critics.
Oh, shit.
Where people have taken the top 10s with a Z lists and wrote them out for us and sent them in.
That's some top 10 section right there.
Yeah. Number 8, Alternate History Hub. They show what-if scenarios throughout history. I imagine that could be interesting.
I really like that stuff. I think I'm going to go there afterwards.
Okay.
So what is it? Alternate History Hub?
Alternate History Hub, yeah.
Okay.
Number 7, Skyco. He does videos documenting all the glitches in different video games.
Yeah, all right.
You know, I find that to be really uninteresting.
Yeah, but I could see it being a niche thing that some people really like.
Yeah, some people are really into
Like,
that.
can you believe it?
Yeah, I just, yeah.
Did you,
6.
Sorry.
Yeah, Matthew Santoro. He does Did You Know videos.
My girlfriend actually showed me him for the first time about
Matthew
a month
Santoro.
ago,
Okay.
and he's actually interesting.
Yeah. Number 5 is you, Armageddon Time.
I made the list.
Do I really need to say what he does?
Maybe.
Now you know why I didn't do this list last time. On List Critics, I decided to save it for when you're here.
Yeah.
Number 4 is CinemaSins.
I
like
know
CinemaSins.
this. I know
I'm a
these.
subscriber. I'm a subscriber of CinemaSins.
I
Even though
recently
like
did.
more than half, like almost all the stuff they're complaining about is like bullshit. That's why it's funny.
Yeah, it's just nitpicking.
Yeah, oh, that's why. Yeah, and they even refer to themselves as nitpicky assholes.
That's what the internet is, isn't it?
Yeah. And I love when they do a movie that I really like, and they just come up with all this bullshit. You know what I mean?
And then you think to yourself, yeah, I
Like
guess I have.
they just did Terminator 2 the other day, and I thought it was very funny. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Film Theorist. Same guy from Game Theorist, except it's TV and movie theories.
I subscribed to them today. Funny enough, that's weird.
Not interested. Number 2, String Player Gamer. He does symphonic covers of video game music and a cappella, including an a cappella of Kefka's theme. All of it.
Oh, really?
Now that I'm going to have to check that out.
Dancing Mad? Damn.
And finally, number 1 is Markiplier.
What's wrong with... I don't even know who that is. Who's Markiplier?
He's like one step below PewDiePie on the popularity scale.
Oh, well,
He's
shows you
Let's-
what I know.
He's a Let's Player. Well, you know
Oh.
who PewDiePie is, right?
Yes, I do.
I think Mark... don't do that. Don't. Why do you gotta do these things? Why must you do these things?
Every time I do that, it reminds me of the South Park episode.
Markiplier's gaming channel has over 8 million subscribers.
Oh, wow. I got like 700.
I got 17,000.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, I mean, it's Five Nights at Freddy's and all this bullshit. That
Five Nights at Freddy's. There's 3 of them now.
There's gonna be 4.
God. Jump Scare, the game.
Bullshit, the game.
Yeah.
All right, out of 10, I imagine you're going to give this a very good score because you were on the list. So what do you say out of 10?
10. I'm on the list.
I'm going to give it a 9. I'm taking off a point for Markiplier's number 1, really, man. Come on.
I'm giving that a pass.
There are
'cause
much
I don't know
better...
who he is.
I think Armageddon Time is a better Let's Player than Markiplier.
Oh, I appreciate that very much.
Just to be
I know
honest.
you're lying, but
I'm
thanks.
not lying. I really do think that.
You know,
Why
I
would I
got.
lie about that?
You know, I've got like 10 videos that I could put up. I just haven't yet.
Hello? Do you know
And-
how many videos are in my Let's Play folder right now? Hundreds.
But I haven't been uploading them. I should be. I'm gonna put one up tonight.
I mean, I actually am behind on... I gotta... There's 2 videos I haven't put up for this week. I just haven't had the chance to for Shovel Knight.
Your Paper Mario has been very entertaining.
I'm glad you're saying that. I've been trying to get more people to watch it, and I'm glad that people are starting to watch it because I talked about it on Potato Cast.
Yeah, your voices are pretty funny.
Thank you. I think it's funny that sometimes, like honestly, the Paper Mario project took me almost a year to do.
Wow.
Because when I started it, I did like 2 videos, and then I stopped because I decided I was going to do the War of the Abyss. And
yes.
then I went back to it, and it was months later. And there were other times where I stopped for like a couple of weeks or a couple of months. And honestly, it took almost a year to do all of Paper Mario.
So it's like what I
there
did
are
with...
times where that's why you'll see times where I'm like, what voice did I give this guy again? I have no idea. So if it's different, I'm sorry.
It's kind of like what I did with Final Fantasy VI, but I took 3 years.
No, see, yeah, you took 3 years to upload it.
Yeah.
All right? I'm not going to take that long to upload it. I'm still putting up 4 videos of Paper Mario a week. But, I mean, I have the entirety of Breath of Fire 2 and Bioshock and Bastion and Angry Video Game Nerd and South Park, which I'm still recording, so and Breath of Death 7, you know.
I take it you saw the trailer for Fractured But Whole?
Fractured But Whole looks amazing. I'm really looking forward to that. I will
Mm-hmm.
be getting that.
Yes.
Even if it is published by Ubisoft, I will get it.
Gonna pre-order it?
No, I'm just going to buy it on Steam when it comes out.
All right.
You don't... I mean, I could pre-purchase it, but, you know. I usually don't do that.
Pre-ordering, yeah, that's a good idea.
Pre-purchasing, like I did it for Mortal Kombat X, you know what I mean?
Yeah?
Because I wanted to get it all paid for because it was like $80.
Ugh.
Because I bought all the DLC.
Ugh.
Yeah. But, well, I've played Mortal Kombat X a whole lot, so...
You got your money's worth.
So far, yeah, and I'm still playing it. I mean, I have been really into Civilization Beyond Earth lately, because there's going to be an expansion for that soon, so I'm getting...
Already? Wow.
Well, it came out last year.
Yeah, I know, but for some reason it feels like it's still so new.
Yeah. It's called Civilization Beyond Earth Rising Tide.
It's a long title. Rising Tide? Does this involve the moon or something?
No, it actually it allows you to build cities on water, which is really cool.
Whoa.
And there's a couple of new factions. And they say it'll change the way you play the game, just like Gods and Kings changed the way Civilization 5 is played, and then Brave New World completely changed the game, you know what I mean?
And then the next expansion is cities underwater.
That would be cool.
Yeah, like bubble
Civilization
cities.
Bioshock.
Yes.
Did you know that there is now a new game that came out? I just bought it during the Steam Summer Sale. It was the last game that I bought on the Steam Summer Sale.
What?
That it is the interquel between Civilization 5 and Beyond Earth.
Oh,
It's called
okay.
Sid Meier's Starships.
Oh.
And it's about trying to get to the new planet. It's all space combat and resources. It's simplified and it's a cheaper game, but I bought it because, you know, fucking, it was $10.
It's Sid Meier's got his name in it?
Yeah, like some people say this is the worst Sid Meier game, and I'm like, but, you know, like, it's not meant to be, it doesn't have Civilization in the title for a reason.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be too complicated, you know? Okay, so Paul Balch, and I apologize if this is not timely, but apparently in honor of Star Wars Day on May 5th, you know.
May 4th.
May the 4th. Well, he sent it to me on May 5th.
Ah, okay.
May the 4th be with you.
Good.
He sent this list, the 5 reasons the Empire lost the Galactic Civil War.
All right.
Number 5, no stealth programming or materials in the probe droids. The Empire Strikes Back. Without any radar or other scanner absorbing paint or metals on the probe droids, The Rebellion was able to detect the probe droid on Hoth. As soon as the Rebellion found and destroyed the probe droid, General Rekan ordered to begin evacuation of the base. Had the Rebellion not begun evacuation at least hours before the battle, the Empire might have had a successful surprise attack where the shields weren't up and several much higher level rebels would have been captured or killed.
Yeah, that thing was a bit of an eyesore.
It's a good thing that they didn't have the Death Star at that point, because they might have just blown up Hoth.
It would have been the easy route.
Yeah, but they didn't have a Death Star at that point.
It was not fully operational.
Well, they didn't have one, remember?
No, they're still planning it.
Number 4, the homing beacon in New Hope. By placing the homing beacon on the Falcon while on board the Death Star, the Empire did learn the location of the secret rebel base. In that, it was a win. But, and combined with another mistake later on this list, the Death Star, going into combat without any support craft, was destroyed in one lucky shot by a forceful rebel.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, the Imperial officer who put the order to deactivate the Falcon's hyperdrive in Cloud City's central computer. Vader's masterful plan to make sure that he captured Luke was working awesomely. The setback was that he jumped. But since the hyperdrive had been deactivated, he knew Luke would reach out to his friends to rescue him. But since Leia and the other escapees weren't to know about the deactivation, they could pick up Luke, who would willingly walk to them. He could capture the head of the rebellion in one fell swoop. But with the plan in Cloud City computer, R2 was able to find it and turn it back on. I bet the officer who put it in there was executed for gross stupidity.
And replaced with another cannon fodder.
Yeah. Number 2, opening the back door in Return of the Jedi and Battle of Endor. With all the other mistakes the Empire made before this, allowing the rebels to find out about the Death Star's construction, the Emperor using both it and himself in a trap to destroy the rebellion and seduce Luke, all the local commander, the guy who ordered the back door, was way too young to be a commander of an entire legion, had to do was keep the door closed. The rebels didn't have enough ammo to blow open the door and destroy the shield generator.
Yeah, man, the Empire's really bad at this kind of thing, eh?
Well, in that last one, they did lose to a bunch of teddy bears, so...
Oh, the Ewoks were cool.
No, they weren't.
I thought they were cool.
And finally, number 1, and this is like, right at the very beginning of the first movie, not destroying the escape pod in New Hope. By not shooting this down, the Empire allowed the plans of the Death Star to get into the rebel hands. Since Luke destroyed the space station, it put him on the path that later led to the Emperor's death and destruction of the Empire.
I'm sure they could have afforded another escape pod if they destroyed that one just in case,
Well, it wasn't their escape pod.
No, but I mean...
Remember, they captured the ship, and then the escape pod was going, and the guy was going to shoot it down. And he was like, well, hold your fire. There's no life signs aboard. And I'm like thinking, well...
Anything could be on.
Well, first of all, what are you, trying to save ammo?
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you just shoot it? There's no life sign aboard. Must be a malfunction. Like, or the stolen Death Star plans, which is the reason you were going after this shit, might be on there. Hello.
Also, people back me up in the YouTube comments. The Ewoks weren't that bad. Just saying.
They're not going to back you up. You know that, and you still call that.
Of course.
You still call that. All the furries might, like, you might get Moogle Master saying they were kind of sexy. But
all right, I'm not looking for, well, okay.
Out
maybe
of 5, that I'm going to give a 5.
Those were 5 good reasons.
Yeah, especially that last one.
Yeah, like, I'm not going to shy away. It deserves a 5. They're all valid reasons.
It does deserve a 5. Okay, let me go back to the text file for a little bit here. I know the episode's running kind of long, but you know what? Fuck you, right?
Yeah.
I gotta go to work for like another hour anyway, so.
And I don't gotta go to work at all.
Yeah, you're off tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Oh, this sounds interesting. This is from Complex.com, sent in to me by the anime fans. Top 50 most annoying characters in video games.
50? Whew.
There are a lot of annoying characters. Who is the most annoying? Your prediction: most annoying character in a video game.
I want to say Navi, but there's got to be something else out there.
I think Navi's going to be on there, but I think that I think it is going to be a Zelda character.
Tingle?
No, I was thinking Fi from Skyward Sword.
Oh, from yeah, okay.
No, it could be the Duck Hunt dog though.
Oh yeah.
But let's see, because the Duck Hunt dog actively is laughing at you like an asshole. So.
Yeah, but he's helping you out the rest of the time. What a two-face.
Okay, number 50, the announcer from Mortal Kombat.
The first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or any of them, I guess. I mean...
I don't find him that annoying.
We're like, we'll finish off our opponent when we feel like it, thank you very much. I like the voice.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Do you know who did the voice?
Of what? Of the announcer?
Like the original.
I don't know, actually. It's whoever played Shao Kahn.
Yeah, I guess.
There's a lot of typos in this article.
All right, well, we can forgive them.
I just want to point that out. Number 49, Dr. Wily. Why is Dr. Wily annoying?
Because it's always him. And his...
But
his,
you know it's going to be him. Like, okay, like maybe when Mega Man 3 came out, we were like, yeah, it's not Dr. Wily. But then it was. You know what I mean?
Maybe the sound of his UFO ship is a bit annoying, too.
I don't know. I don't think he's annoying. Number 48 is Zero, who's apparently a character in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Oh.
He's a nerd.
Oh.
Maybe...
Maybe...
like, the character does look like he's really begging to be punched, just based on this picture that I'm
So he's like an annoying, nerd.
Just looking at him, I kind of want to hit him, and he's not even a real person.
Like a nerdlinger.
Yeah. Number 47, the Bailey twins from Dead Rising 2.
I never played the Dead Rising games.
I think I have Dead Rising 2, but I don't think I've played it.
Oh!
So there you go. I think I have it on Steam. Number 46, Baby Mario. Yoshi's Island.
I concur.
He's a baby. What do you expect?
Yeah, but it's a video game. They could have dumbed it down a little bit.
Well, they wanted him to be annoying so that you would be motivated to catch him quickly.
Well, it works.
It certainly worked, yeah. Number 45, the birds in Ninja Gaiden.
Oh, fuck.
When you get hit by a bird, expect to hear ba-na-na-na, na-na-na-na.
I got like a Pavlovian shrill at my spine.
Number 44, Harley Quinn in Batman Arkham Asylum.
Really? That bad?
Why is she annoying?
I don't know. I've only played a little bit of Asylum.
I know the voice is a bit much, but that's like what Harley Quinn sounds like. All right, number 43, the Medusa heads in Castlevania.
Yes.
Now, they're specifically referencing the original, but really, they're in a lot of them.
When you're climbing like that clock tower level in 3, I think.
Oh,
and
yeah. Well, let me tell you something, though. I know the angry video game nerd likes to point out how annoying the Medusa heads are and just things that go in that wave pattern really tickle his scrotum, you know? But I played through, for an LP that you guys will see in the future, the Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures on Steam. Everything moves in a wave pattern in that game.
Oh, no.
It's insane. And by the way, the last level in that is so fucking hard, it's ridiculous.
Gee, so they're not kidding around.
It took me several videos just to take down the last boss, that fucking
jeez.
I don't know if you saw my Facebook post about it when I finished it. I said I was wondering, because I had my door open when I was playing, and I wonder if my neighbors heard me screaming, "Fuck you, Fred Fox, fuck you, Fred Fox, fuck you, Fred Fox, die!"
God.
Yeah.
I look
Number
forward to
42, Eddie Gordo from Tekken.
I don't like Tekken, so I don't know.
Okay, I mean, he's the Capoeira guy, so that kind of makes him, like, I guess, an order of magnitude more annoying than any other Tekken character. So there you go.
Button mash to win.
Yeah, but you know what they're saying? Eddie Gordo, you just mash all the buttons and you'll beat everybody else. And it's like, but that's every Tekken character.
Yeah.
Number 41, Hero from Fable 3.
Have you played the Fable games?
No, they're not good. Number 40, Zeke from Infamous. I don't play Infamous. I don't know what Zeke is.
I have Infamous, the first one, when that whole PlayStation get a free game thing happened.
Oh,
but
yeah, PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, but I haven't even touched it.
Oh, there you go. I heard it's a good game. It's just I never. Yeah. I don't have a
Same.
PS3. Number 49, Voldo from Soul Calibur. Now I'm about done with Voldo. You know.
Yeah, he
just
can
stop it. Whatever you're doing, just stop. I can't even.
Yeah, stop it.
Oh, I just realized that each of these characters have these little icons next to their pictures that correspond to certain... There's a legend that explains what each thing means.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to go back to number 50 and explain this really quickly. Like, announcer from Mortal Kombat, they grating voice and annoying catchphrase.
Okay.
So, Dr. Wily they put as gets in your way and gets you killed. Zero from GTA is gets you killed and gets in your way. The Bailey twins, it's overpowered. Okay. Apparently you have to fight them.
OP.
Baby Mario, annoying voice, gets in your way and gets you killed. The Birds gets in your way and gets you killed.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn, annoying voice.
Okay.
Medusa Heads gets in your way and
Gets you killed.
overpowered.
Oh, okay.
Eddie Gordo, overpowered. Hero, annoying voice.
Oh.
See, this gives some insight into some of the ones that we don't know. You
Okay.
know? Zeke from Infamous gets in your way.
Uh,
Voldo, annoying voice. Does he ever talk?
I didn't think he did.
Annoying voice and gets you killed. Okay, so number 38 is Bubsy, and they put him as having an annoying voice, and we know that he does.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
you know what makes Bubsy really annoying is that his games are terrible.
They're all so bad. The last one being the worst.
Oh, the one on PlayStation.
Yeah, 3D.
The only good thing about that one is at least you don't die just in one hit.
It looks like an alpha version of a game.
It really does. Like, it looks like that one belonged on like 3DO and not PlayStation. You know?
Or the Jaguar.
Number 37 is Hall Monsters from the game Venture. That's going way back.
Venture, wow.
And they put that as overpowered.
Yeah, I guess so.
Number 36 is Irish from Red Dead Redemption, who is overpowered, gets you killed, and has an annoying voice.
Oh, the trifecta.
Yeah. I wonder if anybody has all of these.
Yeah.
Number 35 is Terror Mask from Splatterhouse, which has an annoying voice.
I'm trying to
They're
remember.
talking about the remake of Splatterhouse.
Oh,
Nobody
okay. I
actually
did not
played.
play that.
Apparently the mask talks to you in that game, which makes me not want to play it.
Yeah.
Wow. Number 34 is Major Burrows from Super Mario Galaxy.
Major Burrows? Who's that?
That, like, mole, spiny guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they put him as overpowered.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, that was kind of tough, but the whole game was kind of tough, so fuck you, you know?
But it was like...
I don't know.
Okay.
Number 33, the Palace Guards from Assassin's Creed 2. They put that as overpowered and gets you killed.
I can't play those games. There's too many graphics.
It's all one color is the thing, you know?
Yeah.
Everything is sepia, you know?
Yeah. Because we're reminiscing, right?
Well, no, just because everything just is like old wood and cobbles, and it's just everything's the same color.
Yeah.
Everything's off-white. Number 32, the Noid from the game Yo Noid. They put him as gets in your way, but he's the character you play as. What?
Wait, don't you face another Noid?
That's not what they're talking about. They're just, you know, they needed like another icon for just like dumb fucking character.
Yeah.
You know that was not actually supposed to be a Noid. That was a ninja game.
It was a ninja game. Yeah, that's
Mask
right.
of the Ninja. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually a pretty good game.
That's why there's that weird
The
pizza.
skulls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 31, Gex the Gecko. Annoying voice and annoying catchphrase.
Yeah, his 90s catchphrases got old quick.
Fuck Gex anyway, man. And fuck
Yeah.
Dana Gould.
Oh, why?
Because he pretty much is Gex, I mean.
Oh.
Number 30, Scorpions from Pitfall. And they put that as gets you killed.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're fucking stupid.
They're unpredictable is the problem. You don't know what they're going to do. And for an
Unlike
Atari game,
everything
that's
else.
kind of impressive, actually. Number 29, Cookie Masterson from the You Don't Know Jack series.
Annoying voice.
Yes, annoying
Yeah.
voice.
We played that the other night, actually. It was kind of fun.
Wow. Number 28, Amy from the Sonic games. Specifically Sonic CD, they're saying, and gets in your way. They
Always
should
getting
include her from all the Sonic games, so they could also add annoying voice.
Annoying voice, yeah.
Number 27,
To kill.
Number 27, Vanille from Final Fantasy 13. They put her as annoying voice.
Would you agree?
Somewhat, although I like the character. She does have kind of a grating voice.
Hmm.
Number 26, Cheap the Cooking Chicken from Parappa.
Oh,
Annoying
crack,
voice
crack,
and
crack
gets
the
you
eggs
killed.
into the bowl.
Yeah, that's the exact screenshot it shows, too.
Yeah.
You rapping good.
Yeah.
Number 25, Jar Jar Binks from the Lego Star Wars games.
Oh, really?
I mean, gets in your way and gets you killed. Surprisingly, they don't put annoying voice for him.
How wooed.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Number 24, Enzo from Bayonetta. Annoying voice and gets in your way.
I really want to play those Bayonetta games. I guess I could on the Wii U now.
You have PS3, you have Wii U.
Yeah.
What's stopping you?
Money.
Well, that'll do it. Number 23, Natalia Simonova from GoldenEye. Gets in your way and gets you killed.
Yes, she does.
What the fuck is a yaw oscillation anyway? Not a line from the movie.
Nope.
Number 22, the Nemesis from Resident Evil 3 Nemesis gets in your way. Oh, overpowered is what they're using for that.
Well, isn't that kind of the
You're
idea?
supposed to run away from him.
Yeah.
It's not till you get the rocket launcher you can fight him.
Yeah.
Number 21, Kefka Palazzo from Final Fantasy VI.
Annoying? What?
They're putting him as annoying voice. This is Super Nintendo. The only thing, that's all he made. Yeah, that was his voice.
That's it. Son of a submariner.
Number 20, Big the Cat from Sonic Adventure. They put him as gets in your way.
Where's my froggy? You know who did his voice?
That was John St. John.
Yeah.
I knew that.
All right. Good for you.
Number 19, Beautiful Joe. They put him as annoying voice and annoying catchphrase.
Yeah.
I like those games, though.
Yeah, they are fun.
They're fun to play.
Mm-hmm.
Number 18, Soda Popinski from Punch-Out.
God, I was playing this last night and I got it and I couldn't.
They put him as overpowered, but then it's like when you get to like Sandman or like Mike Tyson or Mr. Dream or what's that other one? Super Macho Man are way harder than him. So he is sort of the wake up boss, though.
Yeah, because I was
timing on his punches is so different.
I was playing the Wii version last night, showing Steph she'd never played it before, and I was like, beat this guy, beat this guy, beat this guy. Get to Soda Popinski, I die.
He's way easier in the Wii version.
I can't be fast enough. Is my problem.
Well, that's the whole thing with Soda. Even you know that he was originally called Vodka Drongensky in the arcade version.
In the actual arcade cabinet, yeah.
Number 17, Guilty Spark from Halo 3. Annoying voice.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
I never played it. Number 16, Dan from Street Fighter. Annoying voice.
I thought he's just a shitty character.
They really have to have one for, like, they have overpowered, they should have underpowered.
Mm-hmm.
Although he's surprisingly good in Street Fighter 4. It's like you expect him to be bad because the characters talk about how terrible he is, but he's actually pretty effective in Street Fighter 4.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
Number 15, Mr. Big from Michael Jackson's Moonwalker.
Oh, God.
Annoying catchphrase and gets in your way. You know, I really would have liked, like, maybe a couple of years ago, like maybe 2005, like around the PlayStation 2 era, they could have made a game where Joe Pesci saves kids from Michael Jackson.
Why Joe Pesci?
Because Joe Pesci was Mr. Big.
Oh my God.
Moonwalker wasn't just a game, it was a movie.
It was a movie, and he turns into a robot at the end.
That really happens, yeah.
It gets weird.
It starts weird. It gets weirder.
I do like the smooth criminal bit, though.
That's cool, yeah. Number 14, the rival from Pokemon.
Oh,
Overpowered and gets in your way.
And just wait until the second generation when you face yourself, technically.
Number 13, Michael Vick in Madden. Number 4 to be specific. And he is overpowered, which is kind of, in retrospect, that's kind of shameful.
Yeah.
It's like Bo Jackson in Tecmo Super Bowl.
Bono's football.
Number 12, Goldeen in Pokemon. They put it as annoying voice.
I think they should have included more character picture things. You're right.
Yeah.
For useless.
There's only a couple of them. Number 11, Raiden from Metal Gear Solid.
Oh.
They put annoying voice. How about the fact that he doesn't have a dick?
Yeah.
Like, he literally has no dick.
He's naked at one point. You're right.
Well, he's covering himself the whole time.
Yeah, but...
Which is ridiculous, because who's looking at him when he's
Yeah.
doing all these cartwheels? But like, people have modded the game where he's not covering himself, and he has no dick there.
Well, yeah. They wouldn't really program a dick in.
Some games have.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Number 10, Tails from Sonic the Hedgehog. Annoying voice gets in your way.
Yeah, especially in Sonic 2 when you lose rings thanks to him.
Oh, an asshole.
Yeah.
Number 9, Iceman from Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Ice beam! Ice beam!
Ice beam, ice beam. Annoying catchphrase and overpowered.
Yeah, there you go.
Although if you're going to give overpowered, you might as well just, like, say Sentinel at that point. You know?
No kidding.
Rocket punch, rocket punch, rocket
All day
punch.
long. All day long.
Number 8, Navi from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Only
Gets
number-
in your way, annoying catchphrase, and annoying voice.
Only number 8, eh?
Number 7, Oddjob from GoldenEye.
Because it's hard. He's hard to shoot.
They put him as a... Yeah, if you can't do something simple as aim down...
Yeah, but normally you just walk into a room and blam, 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 right?
I aim when I shoot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who just, like, shoots, like, from the hip in GoldenEye. It's ridiculous.
An entire room full of blind people.
Well, yeah. Okay, all right, I got you. By the way, he was not the most overpowered character. You gotta play as like those Siberian guys that are all white that you can't fucking even see.
Yeah,
That
those
fucks
dudes.
with people.
Yeah.
But they put him as overpowered. Number 6, the Survivors from the Dead Rising series. Gets you in the way and gets you killed.
Oh, okay.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Number 5, Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat. Annoying
Really?
catchphrase.
What's his catchphrase?
You got caged.
Oh, okay. I don't know. How often does he do that?
I love when Cassie says it at the very end of Mortal Kombat X. She said, after you beat Shinnok, she said, "You just got caged," and Johnny's like, "You did not just say that."
Bringing it back.
You did not. And she's like, "You raised me."
She makes it cool.
Yeah. When you face the two of them against each other, one of the conversations that can happen, where she goes, "Cage match," and he goes, "Oh, now I have to beat you just for saying that."
Cage match. I love it.
Number 4, Ashley Graham from Resident Evil 4 gets in your way. You know, I mean, it really says something how annoying she is that Leon turns down sex with her at the end of the game.
Yeah, like, you put me through so much hell, it's not even worth
He
it.
don't want to look at her.
Yeah.
He don't want her to be anywhere near him.
Just a constant reminder of the annoying...
Yeah. Leon, help
Tendencies.
me, Leon! They should have put annoying voice on there.
Yeah. Repetitive.
Number 3, Slippy Toad from Star Fox 64. Annoying voice, gets in your way and gets you killed.
Hey, help me!
Number 2, Seth from Street Fighter 4. Overpowered and gets you killed.
Do you see it
Seth,
that way?
Really? No, I don't agree. He's tough, but he's the last boss. If you're going to pick a last boss from like a Street Fighter game, it would be Gil from Street Fighter 3. He's ridiculous.
Not Akuma?
Not Akuma, no.
No?
Akuma's got low health.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
And finally, number 1 is the Duck Hunt Dog.
There you go. You got it.
They didn't give him any of the icons, though.
I don't know, does he win them all? He doesn't get in your way.
No, none. Okay, he doesn't have a catchphrase. He doesn't have a voice. He doesn't get in your way. He doesn't get you killed, and he's not overpowered. He's just an asshole. See, they should have had like a chocolate starfish icon for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just a giant butt.
No, I mean like literally a brown starfish.
And the hot dog flavored water.
I thought water. Okay, so let's see. Out of 50, Fee was not on there, but I gotta look when was this made? Because it might have been before Skyward Sword. Oh, 2011, early 2011. So that Skyward Sword wasn't quite out. So I'll give that a pass. I'm gonna say 42. What do you say? This is the answer to everything, right?
Yes. So what's the question?
Everything.
Yeah. I'll go 45.
45.
So,
Giggity, 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 giggity. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
giggity, 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 giggity.
Okay, this one, I got to do this. Anime fan sent me this. The 15 worst sports fans in America.
Football, NASCAR.
No, I think they might be talking about specific people.
Oh.
That's
okay.
why I think this one might be interesting. You know what I mean?
I thought we were being generic.
Oh, well, football fans would win that. No, actually soccer fans, because there's not many of them in America, but they're very obnoxious.
They call them hooligans.
Well, that would be in Europe. No, okay. Let's see. Apparently, okay, it's not specific people, but specific incidences, I guess.
Oh. Super fans?
Okay, this list is, like, broken. Let me... Hold on. Fuckers. Okay, so here we go. The worst sports fans in America. This is on GQ.com.
Oh, Gentleman's Quarterly.
Although it's a website, so it's not quarterly.
Yeah.
Number 15, the Los Angeles Lakers Starfuckers. Congratulations, Angelinos. You are the fairest of America's fair weather fans. The Lakers' unfaithful abandoned their team en masse when Magic retired in 1991, then reconfirmed their fickleness by sending local TV ratings plummeting 30% after Shaq departed in 2004. Meanwhile, in those championship days, the Staples Center is more bar scene than sports complex where fans can't be bothered to clap. Their hands are too busy texting. The focus is sometimes not on the court, Coach Phil Jackson has said. It's on the people in the crowd, which explains why 8 box suites were recently combined into an offshoot of an abominable nightclub, the Hyde Lounge. After VIPs pass a clipboard gauntlet at a sports stadium, they can eat $21 nachos at a crocodile skin bar while waiting for the space to transform into a post-buzzer dance club. When it's time to leave, a valet will even bring around their bandwagon.
Yeah.
It's Los Angeles. What do you expect? People there are not even human.
Just the pools cannot be more shallow.
Yeah, exactly. Number 14, University of Oregon basketball hecklers from hell. With a firm dedication to taking taunts too far, the Oregon Duck faithful have a storied history of degeneracy that can be traced all the way back to the days when someone beaned legendary coach John Wooden with a half-eaten apple. But the crowning violation of the school's code of conduct, their unforgivable pun, not ours, occurred in 2008 when former Oregon high school standout Kevin Love dared return home playing for rival UCLA. Ducks fans distributed Love's cell phone number before the game and left him some 400 voicemails featuring such witty messages as, "If you guys win, we'll come to your house and kill your family."
Whoa!
Once in the stadium, students proceeded to A, hold up signs enumerating the ways Love was a homosexual, and B, throw food at his family in the stands, and C, call his grandmother a whore until she cried. Way to get in the old lady's head, Oregon.
Wow, that's terrible.
That is beyond mean.
That's mob mentality.
That really is mob mentality.
Yeah.
I'm having this hard time with this website where I click next, and it goes to the next thing for like a split second and then goes back. Maybe if I open the link in a new tab.
It's rejecting these fans.
It won't go to the next one. Like, it goes to it very briefly. Okay, maybe if I just change the URL, that might help. I hate lists that... Okay, that worked. Are on different pages. University of Wisconsin football booze hounds. Drunken Badgers have amassed such a glorious history of harassing visiting fans. There was that time they threw glass beer bottles at a 7-year-old.
Oh.
That University of Wisconsin became the nation's first school to install breathalyzers at the gate with their show and blow program. Again, their name, not ours. The university requires breath checks of any student previously booted from a game for alcohol violation, and fans aren't the only ones blowing. The entire 300-member marching band was suspended for one game in 2008 due to repeated incidents of alcohol abuse and, wait for it, sexualized hazing.
Oh no. Wait, what?
That is really awful.
Like, these are just terrible
He
human
keeps
beings.
wanting to go back to the duck thing, so I got to change the URL each time. Number 12, Dallas Cowboys deluded trash talkers. The swaggering diaspora, that's a good name, diaspora, of Dallas fans insufferably mouth off about the invincibility of America's team as if they're rooting for our entire country and not a franchise that has won 2 playoff games in the past 15 years.
Ooh.
To set the record straight, their nickname came from a 1978 Cowboys highlight reel, not some edict from Uncle Sam. And they've sworn their allegiance to a front-running team that isn't even good enough to run up front anymore.
Oh, shit.
Snap.
That's part of my name, man.
What is?
Dallas.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Number 11, Montreal Canadiens. Frostbitten hooligans. Forget the riots that erupted last May after the Canadiens made it to the Eastern Conference Final. They were nothing compared with the hordes of looters who set fire to 5 police cars during the 2008 playoffs simply because Montreal advanced past the first round. Meanwhile, inside the Bell Center, the only things people boo more frequently than the U.S. national anthem are their own players. In 2003, team veteran Patrice Brisebois was heckled almost every time he touched the puck, like jeering was so intense that it likely induced a stress-related irregular heartbeat. How did the then GM Bob Gainley feel about this bloodthirsty fan base? I think they're a bunch of gutless bastards, to be honest, he said. I didn't know that you Canadians were like England when it comes to riots.
Oh, didn't you hear about those Vancouver riots when the Canucks lost?
I did hear about that, but I didn't
That's
know that they were...
crazy.
I didn't know they were... I mean, honestly, this happens in America when, like, you know, like Rodney King and bad shit, like Ferguson and shit. You guys are doing it over hockey.
Yeah, we're a little passionate about hockey.
A little bit, right? Number 10, Louisiana State University football deep-fried lunatics.
Oh, no.
Opposing players and fans who visit Death Valley are considered, as LSU supporters will kindly remind them via drunken shouts to the face, tiger bait. That's the kind of southern hospitality that arises from LSU's signature night games, which allow for a full day of tailgate-based drinking. The administration had to apologize in 2005 after the Tiger faithful so ferociously pelted Tennessee's team bus with beer bottles that they cracked windows. For a story on how hostile LSU tailgaters were to opposing fans, female staffers from the University Students newspaper roamed their school's notorious day-long drink-a-thon disguised in Alabama gear. We were groped and squeezed by just about every guy we interviewed, they reported. The women called us bitches, and the men called us cunts. Anything else? The amount of times we were spit on also struck a nerve.
These are all just terrible people.
Yeah, well, basically, yeah.
It's just a list of...
They're using sports as an excuse to be terrible, you know.
Just
this one's
sexist,
very short. This is very
misogynist.
short. Number 9, New York Yankees, Satan's chosen team.
Uh,
Remember everything you hate about New York? If not, Yankees fans will be happy to remind you.
yeah.
Yankees fans can be obnoxious, I'll admit, but they've never had riots.
Or spat on people, or sexualized
they don't
hazing.
yeah, exactly. Because, I mean, I've been to Yankees games, and, yeah, people get a little passionate, but I never saw anything crazy, you know what I mean?
I think they're just rude. Just rude. That's it.
It's not even rude. It's just a very upfront way of speaking that New Yorkers have, you know? Because it's so they're around people all the time. They don't have time for pleasantries because everybody's crammed together, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Number 8, Duke University basketball silver spoon bullies. Duke fans who complain that everyone hates them because they're too good are like the cheerleaders who complain that everyone hates them because they're too pretty. Sorry, princess. Soaked with arrogance and Dick Vitale tongue baths, the Dukies have hit North Carolina State with the chant, if you can't go to college, go to state. While UNC has gotten the blunter, you're smart, we're smart, you're dumb. This from the crowd who interminably claim to be the classiest in all of basketball. Here's what the most reviled fans in college sports don't understand. When everybody already resents you for being a perennial national champion, brainstorming new ways to make fun of people doesn't make you clever. It makes you a dick.
So they're a group of dicks. Got it.
Pretty much. Number 7, Penn State University football urine tossers.
Oh,
Behold, a group of fans so vile that the university had to adopt a resolution denouncing negative cheering all the way back in 2000. Loophole, they didn't tell the kids not to throw stuff. The students from Princeton Review's 2010 top party school have pelted visiting players and band members with snowballs, mud balls, and bottles of urine. Lacking projectiles during the 2008 riots that followed a win over Ohio State, Penn fans uprooted small trees to hurl at police, and let's not forget the notorious 2007 incident in which a crowd of onlookers cheered as a student chased down 2 OSU fans and threw a full can of beer at their heads.
Oh.
Video of that assault was proudly posted on YouTube tagged as comedy.
Oh. There's nothing funny about that.
Philadelphia is not a nice place. It's pretty much like the East Coast Compton.
I hear their cheesesteaks are pretty good.
Yes!
Okay.
Number 6, the Boston Red Sox insufferable hypocrites.
Oh.
Winning the 2004 World Series was the worst thing to ever happen to Red Sox fans. Having been beaten into a state of lovable loserdom by generations of championship futility, they now seem intent on living out some sort of horse-heighted cycle of domestic violence, inflicting upon us everything that for 86 years was inflicted upon them. It is a display of epic hypocrisy. While they're whining about the Yankees' salary-driven evil empire, they now gloat while drubbing opponents with what is routinely the second highest paid roster in baseball. All that self-satisfaction about being a bunch of scruffy underdogs, they blindly maintained it while winning the 2007 World Series with a payroll of almost $90 million higher than Colorado's. All those continuing claims of an elite group of diehard supporters, they have the biggest legion of bandwagon fans in the country, pushing past the Pinstripes as baseball's top-drawing road team in 2005, 2007, and 2008.
So they got big heads after winning.
Yeah, they won once and just became the Yankees. Number 5, University of Maryland basketball night terrors, the 5 worst Terrapin riots. February 12, 2005, an estimated 3,000 fans take to the streets after a regular season. I don't know basketball caused riots. This is crazy.
Yeah.
After a regular season win over Duke, objects are thrown off roofs, couches are burned in the streets. Why were couches in the streets? Police arrest at least 14. March 3rd, 2010, a regular season upset of Duke results in 27 arrests. Video of the confrontation shows police severely beating an unarmed reveler, probably the only guy who didn't deserve it.
Oh, man.
Well, that's why I say fuck the police. Number 3, April 1st, 2002, to celebrate the team's national championship. This is like a list within a list. To celebrate the team's national championship win, students pick up metal barriers and use them as battering rams against the police. 6, revenge for the last one, I guess. Oh, that was before it. 6 patrol cars are damaged. A state trooper loses 2 teeth after being hit in the face with a wooden board.
Oh, my God.
March 31st, 2001, morning, a Final Four loss. Despondent fans loot local homes in order to burn the stolen furniture.
Whoa.
That's fucking crazy. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Number 4, Oakland Raiders criminals. Ever since John Madden collected the NFL's most vicious trouble cases into a Super Bowl winning wrecking crew, the Silver and Black have attracted an unholy fan base of hellraisers, gangbangers, and inveterate knife lickers, all of whom firmly believe that skipping town for an away game is well worth the parole violation. The Raiders' 1999 visit to San Diego resulted in so many mid-game stadium fights that even the players in the field turned to watch.
Whoa.
Still, while Raider Nation is a sterling record of glorifying criminality, it must be noted that their long-standing tradition of attending home games dressed in ridiculously elaborate handcrafted costumes is fierce only insofar as that term is used on Project Runway.
Project Runway, okay.
That is super gay. Okay. Number 3, West Virginia University Mountaineers, mad arsonists. Yeah,
Wow.
sure, they've been condemned by the local mayor for shouting obscenities on national television broadcasts, and yes, given their history, it wasn't really surprising last season when Pitt's assistant basketball coach got pegged in the face with a metallic object, specifically a quarter. But what really defines the West Virginia University faithful is their devotion to celebratory arson. The school led the nation in intentionally set street fires from 97 to 2003, lighting up an unmatchable 1,120 blazes. That includes 120 in a single night to celebrate a football win over Virginia. I don't get it. My team won. I'm going to light shit on fire.
Yeah, and they won, right?
See, that's why I think the Yankees fans don't belong on this list, because they just like high-five each other, and that's about it. They just
Belly
scream,
bump and
yeah,
shit
we
like
did
that.
it, yeah, fuck yeah. You know, that's what they do when their team wins.
They just rub it in your face. They're
Yeah,
sore
pretty
winners.
much.
They're sore winners.
They're not burning people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. Number 2 and number 1, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Philadelphia Phillies. I told you Philly's not a nice place.
Oh.
Over the years, Philadelphia fans have booed Santa Claus as well as their own star players.
What?
They've even booed a guy who just helped the city win a friggin' World Series title while he was getting his ring. Boo. Admittedly, there are some things that fans have cheered, like Michael Irvin's career-ending neck injury and a fan being tased on the outfield grass.
Oh, my God.
Things reached their nadir last season when Citizens Bank Park played host to arguably the most heinous incident in the history of sports. A drunken fan intentionally vomited on an 11-year-old girl.
What?
He purposefully puked on her.
That's an 11-year-old girl.
Why? The truth is this. All told, Philadelphia stadiums house the most monstrous collection of humanity outside the federal penal system. Or Congress, I guess. Some of these people would boo the crack in the Liberty Bell, baseball legend Pete Rose once said. More likely, these savages would have thrown the battery that cracked it. That's crazy, man.
That's nuts.
I'm ashamed to be in the same state as these nutcases.
All
All right, out of 50, I'm gonna say 38 on this one.
50.
50. Wow, holy shit. Really?
No, wait. You said 50. This wasn't
out of 50. Oh, it wasn't 50. What the hell am I thinking here?
No, it
felt
wasn't.
like 50. It felt like 50. It went on for too long. How many was it? I was at a 15. That's why 50, 15. My brain's tired. Well, I'll give it a 9.
I'm gonna say 13. Actually, a lot of it was quite shocking.
Quite horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that'll be List Critics 2. I'll see you guys real soon with more List Critics goodness.
Bye.
Bye. Yikes and